Welcome to the 95 Degrees Podcast, a monthly podcast jam-packed for server news, interviews and more. Today we're joined by Max, Berner, Devil, Grimhof, and that's it. Everyone say hi.
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 Why'd you say my full name but only Devil's half of his name?
Because it's easier to say Devil instead of Devil Cyborg, really.
I don't know, I was just reading through the list really quickly. Okay, well before we get started with the news on this one, Grim is going to be hosting his own podcast straight after this. And it'll be on YouTube and iTunes, straight after, like, the same way you listen to this.
Thanks for freaking me out. Yeah.
We don't know. Oh yeah, shit! I need to change this up. I don't know.
Boy.
You cursed on YouTube.
I don't
iTunes.
know. I don't know what's going to be like. But anyway, let's go on to the news. Holy balls! We've heard so much shit going on. Since we did the last podcast. So first of all, we finally
Use it, Keemstar.
have something people can buy with their precious degree coins. You can now buy your very own custom roll and set its name and color unless someone snatched it off you first.
It is probably very accurate to my actual income, the degree coin.
What, like a slow trickle?
Not only that, but it's very, very low.
Oh.
Win the
We've
lottery,
had-
that's your only chance.
We did 2 golf nights. And it was Carl's birthday, so round of applause to Kara who isn't here. Yay!
Oh,
I might
sorry,
can't pick up my
Also, it's
clap.
my birthday on Wednesday.
wrong clapping, wrong clapping.
Boo!
I'm not clapping. That was the wrong clap, I'm sorry.
That doesn't sound like a clap.
That's something that runs.
I knew you would be right, Graham.
So also E3 is coming up soon, so we'll be watching Microsoft, Ubisoft, Nintendo, and Sony's press conferences in that order.
Microsoft, Ubisoft, Nintendo Soft.
Due to time
Actually-
zones, Nintendo and Sony's Watch Along nights won't be live because they'll be at like 2 AM for me. Not so I'm at
Actually,
college
check-
when Nintendo does theirs, which is
Actually, let me check that real quick when it starts, because I actually want to see that shit.
it's in updates if you scroll back far enough. Okay, so the 95 Degrees managerial election happened. So all of the races made managerial parties, each with either 1 or 2 people in them.
That clusterfuck.
And on the Saturday, the 5th of May, the winner became the manager for a day, and they can run any event they wish. So we had the Devil Cyborg Party, the Pineapple Fish Party, #JCordia, and the result was pretty close, but running with 34 votes, it was Grimhof's Pineapple Fish Party. So, well done, Grim.
I'd like to say it wasn't a day.
I would have loved to have the
was.
trebuchet party to
24
win.
hours
No, it
equals
wasn't.
1 day. It was exactly
It wasn't
24
a
hours.
day. It was halfway through one day and then into another. I was sleeping for like 10 hours of the thing.
Well, I was sleeping for 10 hours of the thing because that's how the humans work. The humans.
The humans.
So,
There's a
despite the
subdivision?
fact that Devil didn't win, his Devil was given permission to do his big quiz night, and it went kind of well. It was rigged, first of all.
Okay, first off, I don't even think Grim had an event planned for his party.
Oh god, no. I was just going to steal one of your guys's, but then I thought, no, I'll just let them do theirs.
Do I really want to do a quiz? No, I'll let him do that.
I just wanted to change the logo and add a food channel because you wouldn't let me do both of those.
So yeah, your quiz night was rigged, first of all.
Fuck off.
But other than that, it was good.
Rip.
I didn't win anything. Who won? Who won everything? I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember his name. I can't. It was a guy with a Doofenshmirtz avatar, but I can't remember his name.
I can't remember it.
Bother.
Anyway, yeah. So next
God,
week,
something-
Carla's hosting an event, and it's in updates right now, and it's either going to be golf, a movie night, karaoke, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
What's in the lead right
And-
now?
I don't know.
Shotgun
Let's
movie
have a
night.
look.
Moving nights in top, I think.
Shotgun
Oh,
with a
no.
shotgun.
So currently in the
Get
lead
the
is
movie
movie
night.
night. I don't know what movie everyone wants to watch. Second is
better not be,
karaoke night with 21. Next is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with 14.
Oh,
And
speaking
finally,
of double.
golf with 13. Golf is the one I want, but meh. I mean, we've had a lot of golfs and not many of the others.
Speaking of the devil, there she is. No, but movie-wise, I'm just hoping it's not a fucking Disney movie. I'm sorry, alright? I'm tired of Disney
When was
movies.
the last time we did a Disney movie?
I don't think we
Oh.
ever have.
We never have, but I've seen so many lately. I just cannot be bothered.
Just don't
Oh,
make
hi,
a
Mark.
Disney movie again. We've never
Yeah, we
done
watched The
Disney
Room
movie.
recently. I don't know if I announced that in
you
the
did announce
podcast.
that.
And there was like
I just
7
meant-
sex scenes. We counted them.
I just
Yeah,
meant
you said that last
yeah,
podcast.
You said that last podcast, but like the again fit was mainly for me because I've been seeing a lot of them lately.
Mace
Yeah.
counted them with his right hand.
Do I have to say though?
What?
Do I have,
7?
do I have to? I have
Hold
to say
on.
though. Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm down for that shit.
I don't have 7 fingers on my right hand, Grim.
You didn't get the joke.
You're a
You didn't
joke.
get the joke at all.
What do you do with your right? Never mind.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But you need to think about. You need to
He's trying to
validate
say
your
you
own jokes
stroked one
before you
out
say
7
them.
times.
What, to the room?
Yes.
Wait, you can't count up to 7 with one hand. You just lower your hand, all your fingers again.
Yeah, I
Remember
know.
the number 5,
I know
and then
that.
add
but,
to
like,
it.
Okay.
The 5. Oh, you can't see it.
We're only 10 minutes in, and the mind fucking has already begun.
It's common sense. Oh, I'm writing something
Is
down
there
with
any
my...
more news next?
No. If you're writing things down in like grade 3 or 4, and you're learning to count multiplication. I don't know when you learn to count. I think it was grade 1 you actually learned. Anyways, and then you're like, oh, I need to count with my hand. You get to 5, lower all your fingers, and then you continue. But
Oh,
it's
you mean like
6.
that? Okay, yeah, like that. Yeah, I see.
Or what you can also do
That's
is
how
use
you
your left
count
hand
past
and put a
5
finger
with
on
your hand.
wrist, and then
Oh
use
my
that as
fuck.
like a count.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
like the
saying
chicken
your
and the
joke was
egg.
awful.
Is there
but-
anything else, Nate, you want to go over, or should we just keep continuing about counting on your right hand?
Yeah, I've got a podcast to host, funnily enough.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
when
let's
is it?
carry on. So we participated in Project Blurple, where everyone set their avatars to Blurple colour to celebrate Discord's 3rd birthday, which was last week. And we changed the server icon to like a dark kind of Blurple. That was fun.
But
But
what is Blurple?
But one of my favorite
idea.
things, one thing I've been looking forward to for months was the gayness of Eurovision, where someone got on stage during our performance and
Oh, boy.
yelled about the UK media because the entire continent needs to know that. And
man,
the
that
tag
was-
was
that
there,
was
and he was
something.
looking to see what people used the actual bridges on the set, and yeah, it was fun, except for the
That
fact
was-
that our stream was buffering all the time.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
your
Angel
fault.
was trying to use your stream, like use the rabbit to watch it, and then literally just after a while she was like, "No, I can't go through this pain. It's too much."
Anyway, it is time for Wrongify. Who would like to go first?
Oh fuck!
I mean, I'm not going first this time. I can't.
What's the leaderboard
I'm
anyway?
probably
Am I
not
still
even
on
gonna-
top?
I'm probably
no,
not even
Clara's
gonna
on
go.
top.
Clara's nice.
Her first goal,
I've
she
been
got
taking
17.
off.
You've been
I've been taking off
deleted
my-
by the looks of it.
Nice.
Oh,
Alright.
fuck.
I'm probably not even gonna try. Fuck that.
I thought I had 13.
Number
Oh, fuck it, I'll go
15.
first.
Okay, Devil's going first. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. I'm not
Wait,
ready.
I thought you
like
said you wanted to go first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm not
maybe.
ready to go first yet.
Are you ready now?
Yes.
Okay, right. 3, 2, 1, go. How many fingers does the average person have?
10. Fuck.
And what, in what part of the body do you wear a hat?
Penis.
How many hours are in a day?
25.
Name a James Bond actor.
Whoopi Goldberg.
What flavour is a chocolate milkshake?
Strawberry.
Name a vegetable.
Apple.
What's the opposite of slow?
Slow.
What's the main ingredient in a roast chicken dinner?
Corn.
Name an orange vegetable.
Chair.
What is the opposite of fast?
Fast.
Spell my name.
Gay.
What colour is the sky?
Orange.
Do you use to... Oh, for fuck's sake. Why do you use to send an email?
My dick.
And what units do you measure wind in?
Bottles.
And what sport would you use a horse?
Football.
Okay, I'll allow that. The timer just ran out just before you said it. But you scored 14.
How did I tie my top again?
So you got your top
Even-
score again. Well done.
Even fucking 10 fingers at the start.
And
I
the fact
still-
that Graham was like, the score's not...
Excuse me?
It score's actually orange.
Oh my
The
god!
thing is,
This
you
was-
didn't go
this-
through your example at the start. And
This was
somehow we
another-
got that fucking question.
This was another one we did in like a few podcasts ago. The fucking sky not being orange or something, whatever the hell.
So
it
is-
was.
I'm
Well, yeah,
sorry.
basically, okay,
It's always the
so...
example at the start.
So for everyone,
Technically, he's
my,
correct since the sky is transparent.
Oh, for fuck.
okay, so yeah, my explanation is If you don't know what wrongify is, it's a game of really easy questions. The catch is you have to answer the question wrong. So, for example, I may ask what colour is the sky, and you'd answer orange, or purple,
and then
or
Grim would
yellow.
dispute it, saying, "Oh, it's actually transparent and all that, so it's not really a color."
The day that Grim will not be disputing something is a fucking miracle.
I believe. Sorry.
Next,
I
who's
believe
next?
Miracle. Sorry.
Who's next?
I think Burner's next.
Yeah,
Is
Burner.
Burner?
next.
Oh fuck no, no,
Burner, are you ready?
no, dude.
Just,
what?
just try answering them
I
all
never
correct.
got past 11. I only got 12 as my highest, and that was the.
Try
first
answering them
fucking-
all
I don't
correct.
care.
Well, good
3,
luck.
2,
Fuck
1.
me.
Name something that rhymes with rock.
Stone.
Name what is golden delicious a type of.
Karis.
Name a country starting with F.
Denmark.
What colour is a policeman's helmet?
White. Oh fuck.
What sport is Muhammad Ali famous for?
Fucking.
What is the opposite of no?
No.
How many wheels does a unicycle have?
55.
Name a boy's name beginning with A.
Frederick.
Give an example of a vowel.
None.
Complete the title. The jungle.
Oh god. Fine.
What do you put on your hands when they're cold?
Condoms.
What currency is used in America?
What?
What currency is used in America?
Uh.
You're out of
Pass.
time. You scored 10.
Yeah. Fuck. Told
That
you.
was dreadful.
Wait, quick question. Are police helmets white?
I think.
I don't
I
think
police
they
helmets
are.
white. I thought
They're
they were-
blue here. The
Yeah,
captain's
dark.
helmet
It
or
depends.
hat.
It depends where. It depends where
Okay,
you
so
are.
let's use UK because you know.
I'm gonna
Badge
give
is like
them the benefit of the
silver,
doubt
but
and give them-
overall it's not white.
Give him the point.
Yeah, I'll
I
give
mean
him a
over
point.
here.
Oh,
I
he's
mean
got
over
11
here.
then.
I mean over here it's white as far
It's
as I can
11
remember.
again.
Like the vests are orange, but the helmet's white. Yeah, I know. Back
Oh,
on.
let me check. Belgium police.
Well, see what I told you. See what I told you. I can never get past 12 somehow.
What do you wear in your hands? I was like, say condom, say condom, condom.
I
yes.
did condoms.
You're
I
like
was
a
like,
muppet.
I was like, no, I was thinking like, should I say condoms?
I thought you said comments at first.
Yeah, I'll
No.
use their comments as well.
Comments. Your mum gay.
Yeah, just print that out and put it on like
I
your
like
hand.
the old 95 Degrees podcast.
But no, seriously, see what I mean, guys? I can never get past 12 somehow. Like, fuck me, man.
One day you will, one day.
Who's next?
One day, dude, I cannot spend 6 years trying to get that, alright?
All the comments say, I wish Devil was running it again.
Oh, yes, agree.
No, they
agree.
don't.
I missed it. I missed Devil's podcast.
Max
That shit-
or
that's gonna be
Grim,
my hat.
who is next?
Oh, I'll go.
Alright, Max,
I mean-
you ready?
I just want to make a statement. I used to have 16 at my previous record, but somehow it was taken off the wrongify scoreboard.
Yes, because you left, I
And
think.
I'm not salty, but I'm going to do my best.
You're not salty, you're just
get that
sodium.
What?
Alright.
Still though, first try for Kara, 17. How?
British. We
British.
understand other British people.
Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1. What shape is a Rubik's Cube?
Blue.
Name a US president.
Nixon. That's correct. Fuck.
What's the opposite of left?
Middle.
Name a continent.
Shithole.
Name a Welsh town or city.
Edinburgh.
How many D's are in the word fiddle?
12.
What colour is a Christmas tree?
Purple.
What does an optician look after?
Feet.
Which part of the body do you wear gloves?
Feet.
Complete the pop star's name, Mariah Blank.
Grease.
What do you use to smell?
Feet.
How many wheels does a car have?
12.
How many legs does a fish have?
12.
What does a tooth fairy collect?
Feet.
What's 5 times 4?
12.
Complete the film title, Blue Tea in the... Blue Tea? Right.
Booty.
Yeah. Your time ran out. Anyway, you scored 14.
Nice.
You scored 12.
Son of
12, yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, you got the
Funny
same as
how I-
Devil, which is
Son
pretty
of a-
decent.
I mean, I always get 14, so it's not really.
Why do we always get the dreadful solutions? God damn it.
I like how I
Well,
could just either say feet or 12.
That's just okay.
Can't
fine.
you just say the same thing for everything?
No, it's against the rules.
I think I can safely say, like, first time was 12, and then afterwards I never got past 11, ever.
Yeah.
Shit.
12.
Grim, what have you done?
Nothing.
Wait, wasn't 12 a meme at some point when you were
was
when you were
supposed to
streaming,
break.
Nath?
What?
No, like the word 12 was some kind of
Number.
inside
Yeah,
joke
it was an
like
inside
2 years
joke
ago.
with me and my friend.
Yeah, 12.
Well, it
friend.
was friends at the time, but now it's just me and one guy that constantly say it to each other. Alright.
Grimhof.
You forgot my name.
I was almost saying burner again. Because
he can use my turn.
No. You ready, Grim?
Yes, but remember, speak clearly because I don't understand you when you say words fast because you're British.
Okay,
seriously, like,
I
it's-
will
think
talk
it's a-
very slowly.
Then only gets
for
3.
You.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm
Speak
gonna try my
clearly now.
hardest.
The rain is gone.
Just try to articulate.
Alright, 3.
What the fuck? Hold on. Wait for him to finish whatever he's doing.
Do it, do
Put
it.
down the Tic Tacs.
I'm done, go!
Sir,
Alright.
drop the tax.
Drop the text.
Nah.
I don't get it.
3, 2, 1. What side of the road do you drive on in the UK?
Middle.
What colour is a stoplight?
Blue.
Which animal does venison come from?
Chickens.
How many sides does a square have?
28.3.
What does a barber do?
Barb.
What sport would you use a horse in?
Chicken.
What is pizza topped with ham and pineapple called?
Hamburger.
How many days are in a week?
28.3.
Spell the word fish.
www.com.
What is Chardonnay a type of?
Wine.
Is a banana a fruit or a vegetable?
Banana is an eggplant.
What month of the year starts with J?
May.
Name something that rhymes with cow.
Chicken.
How many events are in a decathlon?
28.
Nice, your score was 14. Despite the fact that you answered really, really long and I took kind of slow.
28.3.
Well done.
Wait, was I right with the wine thing?
I don't know, what is
Is
I think
Chardonnay wine?
I think
Wait a
it's
minute,
a
I
type
can-
Chardonnay is a wine.
I thought it was just
It is,
Oh,
Pretty sure I
yeah.
have Chardonnay in the fridge.
It's a variety used in the it's a
Oh,
grape
no.
variety used in the production of white wine.
So it is a wine then, yeah.
It
It
is
is
a
wine, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Huh.
well, I'll have
So
to move
13.
on. 13 for Grimhof.
Damn.
Is that
Nate, send over the link. You're getting wrong now.
Oh shit. Okay.
I ain't dropping a tonic board.
I can't hear you, your mouth is full of Tic Tacs.
Even Tic Tacs, or is it something else?
It is.
He's popping the meds.
What?
It's just a fucked
What are you
up
doing
thing.
during the podcast, Burner? Jesus, save it for after.
Hell no.
All Tic Tacs and bins.
Please not kill yourself on podcast.
Fucking hell.
Too late.
Okay, well I've put
Alright.
down Burner's Tic Tacs as a possible podcast name.
It's like
Cool.
fucking Viagra pills. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus.
Burner's
Did you know if you eat enough
That's if
Tic
you-
Tacs,
you
your
You don't need
your
Viagra
mouth
to
goes
get
numb?
Burner over the
Really?
podcast.
Yep, it does.
Oh wow.
My favorite is orange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have taste.
Pizza
so-
flavor?
So let's just
No,
go back
no.
to when I hosted it last time. And Nate, are you ready for Wrongify?
I'm ready for wrongify. Give me the wrong.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. How many months are there in a year?
7.
Who is the other half of the duo? Batman and...
Deck.
what do you use to blow your nose?
A tissue.
What is the capital of Scotland?
England.
Complete the phrase. Better late than...
Late.
Name an animal that has wings.
J.
Complete the phrase. Apples and...
Apples.
Complete the phrase. Slow and steady wins.
My heart.
What is chicken tikka masala made a type of?
Apple.
What do you use to see?
A toothbrush.
Name a shade of red.
Orange. Doesn't count.
What noise does a horse make?
Moo.
Finish song lyrics. Twinkle, twinkle, little...
Wrongify.
What do you use to hammer a nail?
A hammer.
Name a boy's name beginning with S.
J.
Name a US president.
Me.
Oh, never mind. You ran out of time.
I don't know why I said J twice.
By the way, the phrase is apples and apples.
No!
It is.
What?
Apple and oranges.
What's the
apples and
point of that?
Oranges.
Apples
Is it apples and oranges
and
or apples and
apples.
oranges? Well, let me check. Apples and oranges.
It's got to be
Is that-
apple. There's no.
It is apples and oranges, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. You can't.
Orange is not a shade of red.
relax.
There's the
You're
title.
point.
Okay,
Apples
what did I get?
Apples and fuck you. So if apples and oranges...
That's not okay. That's what I asked. What my score is, and you said apples. And
you got 13.
Okay, is that my best? I don't know.
You did say hammer... What do you use to hammer a nail? A hammer!
Yeah, I know. I know. My brain likes to pick from like the recently heard words, and hammer was just right there, so I picked.
You're fucking neat. Fucking
Okay, so I got one
nice.
below my my high score. Okay. Right. Well, thank you for that, Devil. That was quite exciting.
Oh, time to die.
All right, time for Would You Rather. So we've got 5
Oh,
Would You Rather
no.
questions, and we're going to
Oh, no.
talk about them. So first of all, would you rather eat 50 chicken nuggets or 6 Big Macs?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
How many chicken nuggets?
Don't eat me, please.
50.
I'll go
Big
for the
Macs.
chicken nuggets.
Fuck's sake.
My little sister's eaten 60 chicken nuggets in one day.
Oh,
Okay, so I heard it was
I could
little
do that
did
in
she
one
die the
sitting.
next day?
No, she was in Japan at the time.
Oh, that doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, she was basically dead.
Wow. Yeah, I'd rather eat 50. To be honest, I've never had a Big Mac. I just have chicken nuggets.
Big
every
Macs
time.
are severely underwhelming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go for their fucking chicken legends. Chicken legends.
To be
are better.
fair,
Well, I mean,
chicken
Max,
nuggets
it's
are-
called a Big Mac after all. Mac.
Big Macs.
I can't touch anything that has the word Mac on it. I hate Apple.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Fuck's sake.
Oh,
Okay,
McDonald's.
would you
What about
rather have-
McDonald's then?
What I have at McDonald's, I have
That's Mac,
I have
not
9
Mac.
chicken nuggets and chips. That's all I have, and the chocolate milkshake. But if I go to KFC, I have what they call a bargain bucket, which is you get 3 chicken strip things, you get popcorn chicken, you get chips. That's it, I think. There's a lot of chips. Oh, that's great.
Gnarly.
Now. All right. Would you rather have your face
Wowie.
on the $1 bill or the $100 bill?
One.
$1.
One.
$100.
Well, actually, no, I'd have to say 100. We don't have a $1 bill here. Can I say coin? I
Sure,
want
I
to flip my
guess.
face.
I want to be inside a stripper's pants.
Is this assuming we're talking about the States?
You don't need to be money to do that, Max. You just need to be very lucky and good looking.
Or very
Either
tiny.
of
You
which
should
you
know.
are. Joking. Sorry.
For a stripper, I just need money.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Think about it this way: the $1 bill is probably way more common, versus the $100 bill is obviously
I'm sorry.
more. You
The
know,
loony?
it means more because it's 100 of the $1. I don't
Wow.
know.
You're so
Well,
poetic, Nave.
I'd
To be
on a
honest, I
loony.
wouldn't want either. To be honest, I don't like my face, and it's already a meme, and I'm fucking sick of it. So
See, you
Well,
guys have
my-
different people on your currency, but when we have coins, we always have the same person on it.
Yeah,
And
have
she's
Queen
giving
now,
us the finger.
do we?
Yeah,
okay,
I want
so,
to be on a coin.
So
I would.
yeah, I'd rather be
be a
on a
loony.
coin than a bill. To be honest, what could I choose whose face I could have if I didn't want my own? Could I just put my name Jeff on all of them?
No.
Oh,
That's not how the
No.
question goes.
if I was Trump, that's exactly what I'd do. I'd just make my name Jeff memes.
Think of it like
God
strippers in Canada. We throw loonies at them, and that hurts.
Do you say sorry?
You're a loony.
Uh-huh.
What do
Haven't
you
you
mean you don't know? Right.
No comment. All right. Would you rather be an excellent
My
singer or a
gosh.
superb writer?
I can't hear you.
Would you rather be an excellent singer or a superb writer?
Writer.
Writer, so I can finally go back and pass English class.
Writer,
I
so I
think-
can write it. Writer, so I can write an amazing fucking fanfic of 40k.
Yeah, I'd rather be a good writer because, like, I think singers, it's very crowded, whereas writers, I don't think it's as crowded of a market.
I like.
Can I
prefer-
meet in the
if
middle? Can I be a great songwriter?
No.
No.
Like if I do my shit good, I want it to be in solitude. I don't want to have like 10,000 people breathing down my neck.
How
Theoretically,
can that
What?
many people breathe
not
down your
literal,
neck?
not literal, Grim, not literal.
But with the writing, you won't be illiteral.
I mean, it depends what you're writing. Some of the pages might get stuck together if it's a different type.
Give famous FG die. Wow. Oh
Anyway.
boy.
Would you rather control your dreams or watch them back the next day?
I'd rather
Control.
control them.
Control.
Oh no, I'd
No
rather watch
question
them
on that.
back because otherwise they'd be boring.
Why?
Because I'm boring. I can't imagine things. And
So you're just
I'd
going
rather
to
watch
use
them
up your
back so I can
waking
just think,
time
what the
watching
But it's
your
not
dreaming
imagining,
time?
it's controlling. So it's not whatever you
Yeah, I
imagine.
know, but,
it's
like,
you decide what to do.
Nate,
I'd rather
Nate.
it's just like a random roller coaster where it
Wait,
just makes it
I have
for
a
me.
question that pertains to this.
Okay, hold on, Nathan. If you mean to tell me you prefer to look back at a dream that was probably irrelevant as fucking boring,
Yeah,
rather
well,
than
no, it's
actually
not
controlling
boring.
it?
That's my point. If
Okay.
I controlled it, it would be boring. But if I let my mind make
No, it
itself
would
up,
be.
my dreams have been really fucking boring. I had a dream where my local shopping mall was blown up by terrorists. I would want to watch that back because
Boring, yes, no. You had a
Because,
dream of.
because
You're
so I could see
listening to
what
the
the hell I was
95
thinking
Degrees
of.
podcast.
Can I
You wouldn't
just,
watch
can I-
that.
can I just point out that you can already, control your dreams. It's called
Only,
thinking.
only some people can, and it's like vivid dreaming.
Yeah, it's a lucid
Yeah,
dreaming.
you can
I think.
you can induce it too with a
Lucid
certain
dreaming. Lucid
Anyway, the thing I wanted to ask is, when you're dreaming and it's like for the amount of time you're sleeping, the dream is actually quite short.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you're only like You
Does that mean everything's in slow motion, or does that mean you just only dream at certain points and don't remember
that's
the
a
in
good
between?
point. I don't know.
No, it's dependent. I mean, I'm pretty sure when you wake up, 90% of the dream is gone. You literally don't remember it.
Yeah,
But do you dream because you only dream during, isn't it, REM sleep?
yeah.
So
No,
since you
no,
fluctuate in and out,
No, it's
whatever mode you dream in, you fluctuate in and out of it. So that means you'd just be continuing a conversation like 2 hours later.
pretty much.
I mean, take
I
into
think-
account like what happens when
I
you're
don't
woken up and you're dreaming.
Like
I've-
Grim. I don't think it's REM sleep, but you could be right on some point. Like you could be like, let's just say you're in the dream talking 2 hours straight, but you only remember chunks of it because you're in REM sleep at that point.
Well, here's the thing. When you're in REM sleep, that's the part of like, isn't that when you're in deepest in your sleep?
No, that's the second deepest. I think it's hold on, let me look it up.
And there's REM and then there's DEM.
Death. There's death.
Whenever I sleep, I have to wake up every hour or two, or else I don't feel like I went to sleep at all. Cool story.
That's what. So you've been doing that for what, years and years of your life?
Well, no, actually, like the last week, I've slept the entire night, and I've woken up, and I felt like crap the entire day, and really tired and yawning, as you could tell from earlier. But if I do something like set my alarm or drink too much water and have to get up to use the washroom every 2 hours, then I'm good. I wake up and I feel refreshed.
So I don't know why, but I don't know how, but I can always hold my piss in when I sleep. I never wake up and need to go to the bathroom. For some reason my pee processing area just shuts down.
Okay.
It doesn't shut down. You just probably don't drink enough water.
I know
Right,
I drink a
Grim,
fair amount.
Grim.
I drink hot chocolate every
So if you
night.
continuously drink too much water, you wake up and you'll be a giant balloon and you'll be like,
And if you get mildly tapped, you'll explode like that at the start
mildly
of the
tapped.
Simpsons movie.
Name your sex tape.
Mildly tapped. Okay, fine. We'll get Jay on that. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
I shouldn't be
hold on.
laughing this hard at it.
Hold on a second, Grim.
I'm just trying to work out what part of your sleep do you actually make the dream?
Okay, I'm gonna say that's what I'm actually going at. You have 5 stages: 1, 2, 3, 4, and REM. You were right about that one. REM is the deepest one.
Yeah.
The dreams start at 4 and become, they become fragmented. Well, not fragmented, but how do you say that word again? It becomes.
Do you have to defrag them like you do on your?
No, it's they become visualized in REM sleep. That's what I'm trying to say.
So what? So you think of them and then you see them in your mind.
Your
and then
your brain creates them in stage 4, and REM is when you visualize them.
Oh, sort of like since it's your brain's way of remembering things, it just basically is like,
Yes.
Here, have this.
Also,
Oh.
REM stands for rapid eye movement, by the way.
Yeah, I know that. Interesting.
So yeah, so if you ever look at someone sleeping, if you see their eyes going ball nuts, that's when you realize they're REM.
Or their eyes are open. It's creepy, like mine.
Do you remember?
I sleep with my eyes open sometimes, face first in a pillow,
I don't
so they
think
just
that's-
scrape against it all night.
I don't think
so
that's sleeping.
okay, so
I think
during
that's just
REM.
you staring into your pillow.
Okay, guys. During REM, sleep brainwaves mimic activity during the waking state. The eyes remain closed but move rapidly from side to side, perhaps related to the intense dream and brain activity that occurs.
So does that mean if I'm awake and I rapidly move my eyes back and forth, I can dream?
It's basically the exact same thing, except it's basically the exact same thing as being awake, except you're not dreaming.
If the eye is the eye movement like you looking in the dream, or is that just?
That could be it, or it could just be it just could be a reflex.
Doesn't it vibrate?
It doesn't say. It could be a
Yeah,
reflex. As far as I know.
I don't think your eyes can vibrate while you dream.
No, they like shoot back and forth really quickly.
That's not vibrating. That's just shooting. Back
It
and
doesn't
forth
say,
really
guys. It doesn't say. It just says rapid eye movement. That's it.
Can you imagine if you're just sleeping and your eyes go?
Dude, Nave, can you
How it
imagine?
hurt.
Can you
It would.
imagine if you cuddle up with a girl and she's awake when you're in rapid eye movement? She's like, "Oh boy, best vibrate ever."
Oh, no, that's not how it
No.
works. You can't put your eye on another girl's pussy and then that's not how
no,
it
you
works.
can. No, but you can.
You
just,
wouldn't be
put the head-
dreaming if
No, you can just put the head right next to it and just let it do its work.
no. Well, I know you're
Demonetized.
inexperienced, but this is not how it works.
Demonetized. No, Max, don't worry. We got 3 more days before that happens.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Alright,
but
well,
anyway, the first sleep cycle, 90 minutes to 100 minutes. What is deep sleep? Stages 3 and 4 referred as deep sleep, and then rapid eye movement is its own stage.
Jay is in the text chat and he says, "Imagine your eyes got a text.
Oh God.
What
The
could you like
future.
text? Could you text other people's eyes in the future?"
Wasn't that the purpose of Google Glass at the first?
Yeah, it was
could be,
actually,
yeah,
that's a good point.
it was supposed to be, yeah.
Okay,
The
Google.
Google Glass idea did come up with another idea. They use it for
Alright,
cops so they can always record so they're not like wrongly prosecuted for
Well, we
something
just
they
have
didn't do,
GoPros
like
strapped
being
to our
racist.
policemen.
Where is it?
Anyway, what's the next would you rather question?
Would you rather witness a zombie apocalypse or an alien invasion?
Alien invasion.
Alien invasion.
Because then at least there's a 50-50 chance that we come in peace.
No.
50-50.
The piece.
They'll kill us for our water.
They'll scout around.
Okay, devil.
Mm-hmm.
We may not have that much knowledge about aliens, but let me tell you, if they have the technology to come to us, they will not be in peace.
Nate,
This again.
question, are we seeing the scout or are we seeing the entire armada?
Can I just...
God damn it.
Jesus.
I'll say the aliens because we could take care of one of them.
Can I first of all just say fuck you on that one?
You don't send the entire army the first try. You send a scout.
They do.
Sorry.
God, Grim. They don't do. We can't do shit to them anyway. Why not just send the entire fleet, right?
Oh my god, you're not getting this. Okay,
I get the
say they
point.
want to invade 300 planets.
no,
They don't
no.
send everyone to the first one, then the next. No,
Hold
they
on,
send a
hold on,
scout,
Grim,
find the
Grim,
best one,
Grim,
start with it, and then go on from there.
Grim. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone for a second.
I'm not holding a phone. I'm not holding my phone.
Well, then shut the fuck up for 2 seconds.
You don't want to say that.
Jesus.
You trying to tell me to say that when you were going, Graham.
It sounds like a phone, doesn't it? They're going to vibrate.
Yeah, my eyes are vibrating. It's happening, guys.
Keep it
What's
together,
that
Nate.
laugh,
Keep
Max? That's like an even witch laugh, right?
Keep it together, Nate. Keep it together.
Oh, fucking hell.
Can we just
What
can
we
we just
ta- oh
move
yeah,
on?
we're talking about the fucking skeltering house.
Can we fucking move on?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
over 90.
Can we answer the question now? Zombie apocalypse or alien invasion?
Alien invasion.
I don't know really. I'm kind of
Alien zombies.
I'm kind of mixed. I don't know.
I mean, an
don't-
invasion doesn't have to be
Kinda
something bad necessarily. An apocalypse is something
Wait.
bad by definition.
What kind of zombies?
They could be nice aliens.
What kind of zombies?
Oh my
Yeah,
Fast or
that's
slow?
what we're
Shut
saying.
up,
We can't have
for
alien invasion
fuck's
because we like
sake.
aliens.
No,
There's
seriously.
no such thing as a
I
good
mean,
zombie.
if we went to an alien planet, we wouldn't fucking kill everyone. We'd be like, holy shit, what is this? And
You
then
You
have
would
to-
definitely kill everyone.
I
Dude,
wouldn't.
Nate,
Fucking hell.
have you looked at our history?
Can you imagine? I'd be fired from
Okay,
NASA.
no, Nafe, listen up. What happened when Columbus discovered the Americas?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Nate,
What does that
just
mean?
think about it. If we
Research
were
is-
being racist and had slaves, could you imagine if there were different species altogether on a different planet?
Yeah.
So
We
you're
would
saying
have
we could
no,
potentially
we
be
just
aliens,
shoot them
mate?
right
we
there.
would have no remorse. We would just bombard everything.
Ow, I just cut myself.
Edgy. Okay.
Like seriously, you can call me an asshole for saying it, but humanity is an asshole. So
And plus, first of all, we'd send a scout.
This is gonna be a thing now, isn't
one
it?
of these days, Grim. One of these days, man.
What does a scouter say?
Fuck off. That's what it says.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, would you like to skip to the next part now?
Yeah, I've just finished it. Alright, question of the week now. Alright, something a bit easier. What's your favourite video game right now? I don't have one.
I thought we already asked.
Oh yeah, that was last one's. Okay, I can skip that one. Okay, fine. What is the one goal you want to accomplish in life? This is Devil's one.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, because I was playing GTA and I was gonna do it later, but you were like, oh no, I got
To
do
be
it now."
happy.
I was just like, Nate's being lazy, I'll do it now.
To be happy.
Stay
I'm
alive.
going to be happy. I think that's
Stay alive.
Wait, you lose in the end. That's a
so,
horrible
Yeah,
one.
you can never achieve that goal.
My goal in
Well-
life is that I want to witness an alien invasion where they send they send a scout, and then my eyes start vibrating.
Hold up. Right. Anyway.
Sorry.
There we go.
Why am I hosting
I
this?
just want to be happy. That's my goal.
And that's what happens when you repeat
Yeah,
the same fucking joke a million
In all
times.
seriousness,
That
I want
wasn't
to
a
be in a
joke.
good
I want to
job.
be happy. God, you jerk.
No, I wasn't. Grim, I wasn't talking about you. Nate's currently muted because he just couldn't keep it.
Oh, why am I muted?
Yeah, he couldn't keep it back.
Why am I muted?
Because you couldn't resist, could you?
I'm sorry. All right. God.
Jesus. What are we
You
doing?
know
What
what,
does a
Devil?
scouter say?
I'm blaming you for that, and I'm never letting you host the
Okay.
podcast ever again.
Hold on.
Me?
I never
No,
hosted in
Devil.
the first place.
What? I said Devil, not Bernard or Grimhof.
I know, apparently me and everyone else sound the same, so...
Oh.
No, you sound the same as somebody else.
Oh,
Do you
God,
believe in
Jennifer.
aliens? 43
Yes.
43
Yes.
people said yes,
Yes.
16 said
Yes, they're proven to exist. There's-
Ow.
The universe is infinite, that means there's infinite possibilities.
It's not
there's
infinite, though.
chance. The universe is infinite.
No, it's forever expanding. That's different.
Okay, if it's forever expanding, that means there will be no, I'll never reach it.
Okay, look at it this way. Look how many fucking stars are that we can see with our naked eye, alright? That's only a small fucking,
Yeah,
a minuscule
naked.
chunk.
you must make it.
Minuscule chunk of what's out there. If there's not a single species in there, you're bullshitting me.
Okay, prove it then.
Go
Okay,
to
okay,
like the
okay,
other
okay,
planets.
bullshitting me.
Okay, hold on. Let me redo this then. Prove to me that there's no alien species out there. Go ahead.
We're out here. Does that lose? What?
No, except for us. Like prove that there's nothing out there except for us.
Well, we've never seen anything.
Like how we
Exactly.
argue
So you
much
can't
people
prove
left.
shit.
Well, my case is kind of stronger
Wait,
than yours in
we're
that
seeing
case.
fucking
We've never
water
seen
on
one. You're
Mars.
saying there
Right,
are
the
some.
question. Can I just reiterate the question? Said, do you
There's
believe
there's
what is there?
bacteria.
Do you believe?
In life
There's-
after aliens.
Of course I believe. I mean, if bacteria can survive in space, then definitely species.
Why
Yeah.
is it that we have to go all sciencey when it's just, do you believe?
Because
Grim and Bernard.
some people just refuse to accept that there could be something out there.
Hey Nave, can we
Oh.
like ban like both of them being in the podcast?
Let's
thing?
move on. Do you keep the tap or faucet running when you brush your teeth? No.
Depends.
No.
What do you mean depends? What does it depend on?
Well, I said
Depends
no.
on
but
the sink.
It happens sometimes.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Well, yeah,
Depends
children
on
in
the sink.
Africa debate that water.
They
Yeah,
want
exactly.
like creepy,
Children in Africa would have
yucky
eaten that faster.
sink water.
Well, I mean, if you're
I
not
wouldn't even
using
drink
the
that.
water, it's just going out of the tap into the sink.
If you guys,
Nave using the
Alright,
Africa excuse when all he drinks is Mountain Dew that could go to the...
I have
know,
never
right?
drank
I know,
Mountain
right?
Dew.
He brushes his teeth with Mountain Dew.
While looking in the mirror, do the do.
So that's why they're going green.
do it.
Do it.
I love MLG memes, but not to that extent.
I thought you were the MLG meme.
What a waste of Mountain Dew.
And put it in your hair to get that really cool dew.
Oh.
Where's
Yeah,
it
you're pushing it
going?
now, you're pushing it.
That's fucked up.
Okay,
But
this one wasn't a question of the week, but we decided to
Not gonna lie.
have a vote for it.
Sorry.
Right,
No,
so,
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
refuse.
No, go on.
Before we
Mountain
start
Dew in
this,
my
I
hair.
refuse to take part of this.
I
Right,
did
right.
put my Mountain Dew in my hair once.
Just fucking say it and we can all decide whether or not to do it.
what?
Just say the thing.
Right, okay, so basically there's a thing that's spreading the internet right now, and it wasn't a question of the week, but we decided to vote on it.
No.
And we
No.
wanted to know,
No.
This-
do you
skip
hear
this right now.
Yanni or Lovell?
No.
Say it
So
again.
as for fuck's sake,
Some people just cannot be quiet. Just do it again.
some people. Okay,
don't
there's a
you
sound
dare.
clip.
Grab
There's a sound clip going around on the internet right now, and some people hear Yanni, some people hear Lovell. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know if this would still work through Discord, but I'm gonna play it through
I'm
my
sorry,
phone.
but do you know what I hear? I hear I don't care.
Oh no,
What do you
that
hear?
one. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I hear Laurel every time.
I hear the government is rising. What?
I want to skip to the next segment.
Oh, are you serious? Answer the question.
Laurel then, if you have
I hear both. I can switch it in and out.
Laurel. So-
Okay,
hold
fucking
on.
hell.
The first letter is an L. Where the fuck do people hear Yanni?
Well,
you
it
can switch
depends
it
on.
in and out by changing the frequency.
Yeah,
No, you
yeah, but like
cannot.
naturally, I've always heard Laurel.
Yeah, I naturally hear Laurel, but I can go Laurel, yeah, Laurel, yeah, just for fun. It's
mean,
like
you've
that
got
spinning
fucking
image of
sound
the
waves.
ballerina that you could flip in your head if you do it right.
Oh yeah, I did that once. Okay,
Don't sigh at me.
Continue the podcast.
take a shot every time bonus sighs or makes a stupid remark.
Continue the fucking podcast.
I die of alcohol poisoning
I-
from drinking
Continue the
water.
fucking podcast before I lose my shit.
Would you rather have a flying car you have to drive yourself or a self-driving car?
self-driving.
Self-driving. I'm
Did
shit.
you say
at driving.
flying car?
Yes, that you have
I
to drive
take the
yourself.
flying car.
Oh, I would love to
Self-driving.
fly a car. Off a
That's
cliff.
called a plane.
I want a hover bike.
So 76
things are
people
awesome.
voted for the flying car.
They're
23
like
people
$86,000.
voted for the self-driving car. I'd rather have self-driving because then I can just scroll through Twitter and
No, what Nate wants to do is scroll through Twitter, find
Nate, that's just called the
hentai, and
bus.
just wank to it while it's cards.
on my way to college every day. Yeah,
But
The
you won't
life.
find it on Steam.
yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
next week's question of the week is going to be ghosts or zombies.
Ghosts.
In what
Just
context?
what do you prefer? What are cooler?
Ghosts. Definitely ghosts.
To be attacked by, to have as a friend?
No.
Just in general.
Just overall. Just overall.
What do you like more?
My friends love
I don't know. I
you.
like ghosts because not to be racist, but they're white, and
But
that's
who
one
are
of my
you gonna
favorite colours.
call?
How would you know? They could be
Because-
green. Like in
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Good point. I can't
Who are you
contest
gonna
that.
call? Grimbusters.
Blockbusters. I mean, a zombie will be
Blockbusters.
constantly trying to eat your brain.
I'd say ghosts because I've seen one. They're cool.
Tell me everything.
They're chill
Nah.
people.
Oh, this is
Please.
perfectly clever.
Yeah, you know, they're chill people. You know,
I'll pay you
they
10
make your
million
doors
to recon.
creak. They,
How about we tell you? I can tell you when we're not doing a podcast.
But this is the point of the podcast to talk about things.
We can wait till Halloween.
Yeah, good point.
No, I can't. I'm too impatient.
No, ghosts because, well, you know, they're fun. You know, they make your doors creak, they make you levitate, they possess you. You know, that kind of stuff. It's
And
all.
you can get a job as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can
Very
just
much.
imagine, like in like 50 years, ghosts are actually proven to be
I mean-
real,
I
and there's
mean-
like a emergency service, like the ambulance or the fire engine that you can just call. You can literally.
Why would you call a
the
fire
person.
truck?
Oh,
No, as
you
in
know,
like them. Like it works the
you know,
same
what'd be
way.
really fucked up. You know, it's not a legit like literal ghost, but like a tech ghost or something. You know, a
A
virtual
tech
ghost.
ghost? What?
A virtual ghost. A virtual ghost. Like, let's just say
What the
somebody
fuck?
fucked up, but let's just say somebody fucked up with their neural technology, whatever whatever.
What the hell are
tested
you going
and-
on about?
I don't know.
Can I finish the sentence, Nate? Thank you.
I
That
don't.
was a long sentence.
Virtual ghost.
Okay, you know, I'm not even gonna finish it then. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna finish it.
No, go on. I want to know what the hell you're going on
No,
about.
I'm not even gonna
Okay,
finish
fine.
it.
We'll never know what virtual ghosts means. It sounds like a fucking app on your phone where you look after a ghost. and you give it like sweets and stuff for it to eat.
Like
even though-
Tamagotchi?
Yeah, like a Tamagotchi.
No, it's more like a let's just say you're hooked up to something that is connected to your brain straight on, and you die during that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Just imagine like a phantom in the system.
What's that got
In
to
the
do with
opera?
ghosts?
Hey, he
take
starts
another
again.
drink.
Take a shot.
I need to find my scotch. Hold on.
I have no idea what you're going. Okay, let's
Then
move
don't
on.
bother
Then.
trying to
Let's
figure it
move on.
out.
Let's move on. All right, let's play a game. This game is called Truth or Lie, and it's a complete rip-off
Nope,
of a
fuck this.
TV show I went to watch last week. I went to watch the TV show being filmed. So it's very similar to the UK TV show called Would I Lie to You? So basically, each person in the podcast is going to read out a statement. So, for example, I could say, I ate soap when I was a kid, and it could be true or it could be completely made up. And then everyone else can ask questions like why or what did it taste like? And then from that, they can tell whether I'm bullshitting or not, basically. Finally, you'll reveal it if it was true or if it was completely made up. And we move on to the next person.
I was once the president. Why? What did it taste like?
It
Okay.
tastes like shit.
So, how are we going to do this? Are we going to go alphabetical or are we going to go random
Well,
order?
Max wasn't aware of this because he wasn't a podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
before, so-
All right, we'll skip Max then. Sorry, Max. Love you.
Fine.
No, you can do it. You can do it later.
Well, if you can think of one now, you can do one.
I'll think of something. You guys just
We'll come back
go
to
ahead.
you. Let's
If
go
you want,
alphabetical
you can just
then.
do this stuff. So, Grim, are you tired there or?
We're boring you, Grim.
I'm really tired.
Sorry.
If you want, I can go first for my statement.
Sorry.
All right, go on, Devil. Let's get this out of the way.
All right. You're gonna hate this.
Oh no.
So, my first ever fish, which was a blackfish I named Jaws, outlived every other pet fish I ever had.
What did it taste like? Sorry.
So fucking bad.
I like
Okay.
how Nick just laughs at him so hard at his own
Did you
joke.
repeat it? You cut out.
Can
during
I
part of
just,
it.
can I just say, I think that after this podcast, a lot of people will be rallying for me to host the podcast again.
Okay.
yeah,
what's,
yeah.
half of the.
Can you repeat it again? You cut out throughout my
rebellion.
the
Oh,
sentence.
sorry. So my first ever fish, which was a blackfish called Jaws, outlived all of my other pet fishes.
Did the fish eat the other fish?
Hmm.
No.
How many other fish did you have?
Oh,
Yeah.
around. I think I had like with my sister because I shared like the fish tank with my sister and all that. I think they were like 8, 10, and they're all bought like at different times. So like probably like a month.
I'm gonna say truth. on
Okay.
that
Well,
one.
how do you know? How do you know it? Like, is there any reason why you think it outlived all of them?
Because I kind of have an aquarium and I had the same situation with
I
one of my
wasn't
fish.
talking
Like,
to you. I was talking to Devil.
Oh, you what?
Do you know if there's like a reason why it outlived
No,
everything?
I don't know why.
Cocaine.
Basically, what happened after a while was we just decided we couldn't have the aquarium anymore. I think there was only like 2 fish left, and it was mine, and it could have been my sister's first fish as well. I don't remember, but
Oh shit.
but then basically my granddad took them because he has a pond in his back garden, and he kind of raised them. And I think
Raised them.
I don't remember how, but there was also a big fish in that pond as well. And I think my first ever fish and the big fish,
Big fish, little
kind of
fish,
bred
couple
together,
pots.
and they had made like giant jaws, which was amazing.
Oh, that's
Oh,
why you
boy.
call them that then.
Well, no, I called him Jaws
that's-
because he was a black fish, and I was just like,
Oh,
I'm a
Jesus.
kid. I'm very uncreative for my names.
It
Okay.
starts with the big jaws and then it becomes big jaws.
Exactly. It wasn't even big. It was like maybe maybe the size of a lip balm, maybe even smaller than that.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell. Okay.
It got a lot bigger, like the
Anyway,
size of a regular fish.
Okay, anyway, I'm gonna say truth on that one.
I'm gonna say
I'm
true.
saying-
You answered that really
I'm
well.
saying
so-
false.
I'm gonna say false.
Do I do the thing like would I
Yeah,
like?
you just say okay. That was
Well, that was actually true.
yeah.
Out of the fishes,
Bullshit.
my fish, even including my sister's fish, was the last one to go. I
Interesting.
found very odd.
Oh damn.
Okay, I'll go next. It's quite. Yeah. Okay, fine. My flight on holiday to Turkey one year was once delayed by 8 hours.
False. No.
So why was it just a summer holiday for Turkey then?
Yeah, it was a summer holiday to Turkey. It was 2015, I think, or 14.
What did it taste like?
What was the airline?
Oh wait, was that?
Yeah,
The
what was the
airline
airline, if
was
you can
Thomas Cook, I think.
Okay.
Hmm.
And do
I'm
you know
gonna say
why it was
true.
delayed?
Yes. Okay, so we were told at the reception desk that a lightning strike had hit the plane a few hours before we were meant to get on it, and so they were like, "Okay, we've got to check that it's all okay and that all the electronics still work and all that shit."
False.
False.
I'm gonna ask one more question.
Yeah,
How
ask
long was
away.
the delay again?
8 hours.
Very adamant on the 8. And what did you do during the delay then?
Well, we were stuck in the airport, so we just walked around and went through all the shops, and we sat down at a bar and just drank drink after drink. Not me, I just drank Coke all the time. We were just
amazing.
chilling around. We didn't have anything.
False.
We were sat in these summery, lovely clothes, and we were stuck in Gatwick Airport at this like one bar restaurant thing for hours, and it was so annoying. And
I'm gonna have to say true.
No,
Say fake.
I'm sticking with false.
okay, Max.
I'm gonna say true.
Well, that one was true.
Right.
Yay! Yeah, it was hell.
Nobody cares.
It was hell, but luckily I don't go on flights anymore. Well, at least not to hot places because I don't like hot places.
You just stay inside, really.
I just stay home, yeah, and just do whatever I want. All right, who's
Pretty
next? It's Burner or Max or Grim.
Oh, great.
I love him. He just don't say shit.
Who's
Grim,
going
do you have
next?
I don't have anything yet, so
I
Hurry
have
up.
something.
Go on,
Grim,
Grim.
you go.
Okay. When I was younger, I got a large scar on the bottom of my eye from a knife.
Okay, how did you get the scar from the knife?
It cut me.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's...
who was wielding the knife? Was it you or someone else?
It was someone else.
The real question
Okay.
was it an accident or was it on purpose?
It was, I guess, an axe.
An axe.
Like who
It was
who
an
was the
axe.
person,
I thought it was a knife.
who was the person who had the knife? Was there any like relation to you, or was it just a random person?
It was just a random person.
Yeah, I'm gonna say false.
Definitely a lie. lack
I'm
of
gonna say
lack of
false. I'm gonna say
context.
false just because it's a bit
It's way too
wishy-washy.
generic.
Else.
Max.
Max, do you have a...
His eyes are
False.
vibrating. Give him a second.
Okay, false as well. Yeah.
It is true.
What?
What?
Did you just cuck us because you made it look
proof.
like
I
a
need
lie?
proof. Do you still have that scar?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Fair enough.
show it. I need proof.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to take a picture without seeing, which is kind of difficult.
Why
Just
can't
look
we
at the
see your
screen.
eyes? Your eyes vibrating.
No, because
again?
he has to take it just under his eyes so he can't see the screen.
Oh, we can still see, just not the screen.
Jesus Christ.
Don't put it too close to your eyes, or your eyes will vibrate. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Did he say sorry after?
Wait, so how close was it to the bottom of the... Did he say sorry after? Jesus. God damn it, Jay.
God damn it, Jay.
Jay
So
says,
Grim.
"Did you say sorry after?"
Yeah, I literally said that.
The knave slag is getting the
So
job.
Grim, can you tell us more context of the story while you do this silently?
I literally can't take a picture of it because it's too blurry. This is annoying me.
Ah, that's fair enough.
Okay, well, well fuck it.
But
Then.
it's bluish gray, and it was from a scalpel knife.
Oh.
Oh.
It was an accident, but it's usually like 20% chance you'll get it after eye surgery.
Ah, okay.
What, you get stabbed in the eye?
Well, they're using a scalpel inside your eye to cut the muscle around, not on your eye, but around it.
Oh, boy.
And they cut muscle off from one eye and sewed it on another one.
Biology.
Ooh.
On
Okay.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, nice.
you ain't getting the girl, but you're getting the scalpel, baby.
Barner and Max, your turns.
I go last.
Oh,
I didn't
fuck.
get stabbed in the heart. I got stabbed in the eye.
Go on, Boner.
Right. So you all had that. Actually, which of you have siblings?
I had a sibling.
I have a
do.
half
Okay,
sibling.
Devil. Okay, Devil. Did you ever get into a situation where you just want to peek?
Okay, that's incesty.
No,
We
it's
were-
called teenage curiosity.
No.
Anyway, basically, my point is, I only did it once because I didn't want to get spotted later on because it was tricky as hell back then. But I peeked at my sister once in the bathroom.
Why am I not surprised? Definitely true.
I know, right? I know, right?
I don't want to believe it. I really do not
I
want to
believe
believe
it.
it.
I believe it.
The thing is, it is this is kind of sad, but Burner has built himself a reputation that it is believable, but I still think it's bullshit.
Questions?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is your sister?
Oh boy, definitely 9. Definitely.
Oh, the
Wait,
fact
what?
that you
You're
rate
saying
your
your
sister
sister's
a
hot?
9, it kind of... The fact that you rate your sister a 9 kind of just
Oh
ups the
my-
fact that he would be incesty.
Oh wow, the
Yeah.
shame. Oh fuck you too. Anyway.
Oh, it's a thing in Belgium. Don't worry about it.
Well, actually, it's not that common anymore. It's not whatever.
Yeah,
Don't know.
How would
I
you
really
know?
don't know.
that's what I would say in this situation as
This
well. Yeah.
podcast is getting interesting. Oh shit, Kenobi.
For the fact that I cannot believe Burner would do something like that, I have to say it's false.
I have to say it's disturbing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an accident, so I mean,
That's not the game.
No, it wasn't an accident. Burner,
It was
Burner,
not an. It
thanks
was
for
not
you.
an accident. It was not an accident. Let me tell you that.
oh,
Yeah,
False.
I
think it's
bull- I
fake.
think
no, it's
bullshit.
definitely true.
Bullshit.
Everyone done?
He's not-
Yeah,
It is true.
Oh, Burner!
and now you send the picture of your
Jesus Christ, Nath.
Well,
No,
I mean,
no.
to be fair, all you gotta do is go to Facebook.
I'm gonna leave now.
It's falling to pieces.
Okay,
This
Max,
is
have you
my
thought of
last
anything?
resort.
Yeah, I got one.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Actually, never mind. I'm just gonna type it. Go on.
Burner's Viagra pill.
It has to be true. It took him too long to create
When
the
I
lie.
was 10 years old, so back in 2003, I had such a bad temper. I got in a hissy fit, and I actually threw my desk chair through a TV in the living
Holy
room.
fuck!
What the fuck?
So, why were
was
you
it?
angry? Why did
Yeah, like
Yeah,
why
good
are you
question.
angry?
What?
Why were you
why
angry?
were you angry? Why did you have the fit?
Well, I was on the computer, obviously.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be in a desk chair.
Yeah.
And
You could just be sitting at a desk.
no, I know, but I was on my computer, and this was during the time that my parents were separating, and my sister was being annoying because she wanted to be on the computer because we just had one computer at the time, and I was just in a really bad mood on its own. I don't even know exactly anymore what I was doing. I think I was playing a video game of some sort that wasn't going very well either. But my sister was being a bitch about the fact that she wanted to be on the computer as well, and I got really, really mad, and I actually just stood up, picked up the chair, and threw it across the living room, and it hit the TV, and it broke the TV. It was like one of those cathode ray tubes TVs, like the one with the
Oh,
big
yeah.
box at the back.
What were you doing on the computer at the time?
He said he was playing a video game.
Clap it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I was playing a video game. I don't know exactly what I was playing. Probably,
Did you get-
what
probably
fucking
FIFA.
games were around in
What
2000?
color was the chair?
It was black.
Did you get punished for it? And what was the punishment?
I actually didn't get punished because I told my mother what exactly happened,
Okay.
and my mother is pretty lenient, as she's always been.
You know what?
I'm gonna give it a true on that one.
I'm going to think it's true as well.
Because to be fair, I kind of see this shit happening all the time. So I've seen this shit happening plenty of times. So I'm probably gonna give it true on this one.
Okay, sure, yeah. Grim,
I don't
what do you think?
know.
I say lies.
I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say lie because I don't think Max would be like that, even at that age.
I was a messed up kid. I'm just saying.
Were you?
I'm still not
Not as
100%.
messed up as me.
So
Yeah.
what,
Okay.
what-
Fair enough.
Was it true or false, Max?
Drum roll, please.
That's not a drum roll, Grim.
It's false.
Ah, you cunts.
damn it. Oops. We got
Very
that.
well done, though. You answered really, really well.
That was believable. I will
Yeah,
say that. Was
I know.
Very well done. I think Max wins the podcast.
Okay, now Devil.
Yeah.
Here's a little thinking moment over here. What if
Is
everything
this
that
more things about incest or?
none of the
Yeah, we still need to.
Devil, can I just say something? It is not incest unless something actually happens.
No, it's
Never, there was never anything between us, alright? Just
Wait.
once.
Burner,
Yet.
you get to invent a word that means
starts.
like
Burner, just say.
Burner, we need a word for something that isn't incest, but it's close to incest.
like visual.
Wincest.
What?
Visual incest. Oh, sorry. Teenage curiosity. Thank you.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
I think
know-
that's
you
what
know-
I'm calling the
you know what?
podcast. Teenage
Yeah,
Curiosity.
make that the title. Make that the title.
Teenage curiosity. There we go.
Teenage Burner's Curiosity.
Very well
Dick
done.
out.
Hey, excuse me for being a lonely person, okay? Fuck you.
Yeah, but
Teenage
most
Mutant Ninja
That's not lonely.
Hey, at least I don't delve my time into science.
what is
Speaking
I
of
mean, that would have been
science-
a better alternative, though.
The better alternative. You're literally the only nerd in the entire place.
Me?
what?
Him?
Have you
What?
seen Grim?
Fucking science guy here.
No,
Grim is the
talking.
Grim is
Science
hosting
guy.
a science podcast, right? Well, in 5
Bill,
minutes.
Bill,
What a
Bill,
segue.
Bill.
Well, yeah, that was a good podcast. Thanks for everyone that came. But don't go yet because Grimhof is about to start his own podcast
No.
where we're going to talk about science shit. Do we want to have like a 10-minute break first?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I need to like get a drink and shit. And find pieces of bonus sister. So yeah, thank you for oh yeah, I shouldn't say thanks and say bye because we'll be back in a second. So I can just put a bloop sound and then that can be a segue into the next podcast. Okay, bye. Alright, well, Grim, just start it anyway.
Okay, when are we starting?
Now.
Oh, hello, welcome.
Hi.
Okay, fine.
A hammer means family, and family means no one gets left behind.
Okay,
God damn
fine.
it, Grim.
So
Grim,
this
can you
is
not stay
Grim's
like
podcast.
normal person?
So Grim, what's on the talking agenda today?
First thing I want to talk about is something I found on Facebook today, which is the blood lamp.
Blood for the blood god.
The
Sorry.
blood lamp. How does this
Yeah.
work? Is it real blood?
uses luminol, which if you don't know, luminol is used in forensics to detect blood on floor and everything.
Right.
Luminol reacts with iron, which is in your blood, and it lights up a bright blue. So
Right.
they made basically a lamp where it's in a sharp piece of broken glass, like a little globe, and you cut your thumb or finger on the top of it, and it lights it up.
That's pretty cool.
And I think it was shown to, like, it was an example of, like, exaggeration of how much it costs the lighthouses and how not everyone has.
Harimo. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
So they're using it to create, like, try to figure out a chemical energy for making lights that don't use any electricity.
Actually,
Right. So what? Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Is this
Just using
what is there to say
Is it-
about this?
That's just, it's really weird. Like, no one's ever thought of that idea, and I find it funny. Like, we thought of chlorine and I forget what else, but if you put it in a jar and expose it to sunlight through your roof and the bottom part inside your house, when the sunlight hits the light, it actually makes it glow. So it's used in, like, third world countries.
Interesting.
Huh. I thought this was cool. It's like an alternate version of, like, lighting up your house or lighting up anything.
Wait,
Gotta-
so
you gotta
it's
do it
when
to death.
sunlight it's when sunlight shines on it, yeah?
Well, what was the whole thing? Chlor-
You've forgotten what it's called.
Floor's lava.
Chlorine light bulb. It was water plus chlorine equals 55 watts of light.
Ah, that's really interesting. So she's using Yeah, so it's creating like energy for the third world countries. That's quite smart. That's quite smart.
Why haven't I heard of this on like the news or anything?
This was,
Because
I
the news doesn't focus on
think this was, 2013 is when they came up with it.
Right, and I've never heard of
when was it
this.
created? When was it created?
Well, you see, Nate, the news doesn't really go
2013.
into it goes into like innovations in helping third world countries. It's more focused on whether who's marrying a prince or something. They don't.
Alright, come on, Grim. What's next on the agenda?
Hold on, I'm still talking about this.
Well, you've been silent for like the last 2 minutes straight.
You guys have been talking, and it hasn't been 2 minutes. It's been 30 seconds.
Well,
Get
say
on with it.
Looking
something.
at the clock.
Say something.
I
Right,
don't
do
know.
you mind if I say something then? If Grimhof can't think of anything.
Yeah, go for it.
Right. So you know the way plastics is like a huge problem in like disposal and shit like that. They take thousands of years to dispose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
This lad in the University College of Dublin, I think, actually found a way for what? You fuck Dublin. Dublin. Yeah, that's how Dublin people say Dublin anyway. He found a enzyme, it's an enzyme that is able to disintegrate plastics in a matter of hours, maybe even minutes. So we found a way to shrink. This is really boring, but it's really interesting to me.
I
He found
find
a
it.
way to. He found a way to make plastic. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Degrade minutes.
Like
Rather than,
biodegrade,
like,
I don't know.
Basically accelerate
no,
the process of degradation.
Biodegrade is like the plastic, just if you chuck it out and just leave it there for 1,000 years. That's biodegrade. Biodegradable materials can like rot away in the environment. Plastic's not really good with that, but this guy was able to make an enzyme that it eats away at the plastic. But then, they still need to do testing on it. But if they do that, it could actually really revolutionize.
Couldn't the enzyme evolve to eat more than plastic?
But see, that's what I mean about they need more testing. They need to figure out does it like give off any toxic substance or something like that. You know, they still need testing. It's only a new thing. I just remember because
Better be careful with the tech. We might have another French Revolution because of this.
Like you ever see the movie The Day the Earth Stood Still?
Mm-hmm.
no.
It's like there's little tiny robotic bug things that they eat matter, and eating it makes them replicate so they can eat more matter. So that thing could turn into like that and eat every single thing on the planet, which would be kind of
But
cool.
wait, if they eat matter, do they eat each other?
No, they're an artificial based thing that's
Artificial.
made of metal.
Oh,
But
right.
super strong
wait a minute. Hold on. Isn't metal also matter in some way?
Yeah, but the thing in this, they're sort of like, think
Everything's
of, what's that adamantium metal? It's sort of like that. And plus, they wouldn't eat each other until they're advanced societies.
I'm actually gonna find out what this enzyme is called.
This reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons where Lisa makes that like alien society thing in like a petri
Oh, that
dish.
was a class episode.
And they have
The,
like
Oh,
they
that was a
evolve
good
really
episode.
quickly where they have like space and everything. Doesn't make any
Didn't-
sense. They have like
wait, who did
futuristic
it first? Did
technology.
the Simpsons do it first, or did Bender do it first with like the thing on his?
Oh yeah, and there's that.
Simpsons, I think.
Simpsons does everything first.
Why don't we hear an echo?
Simpsons did it. Simpsons
Because of
did it.
Kenobi. Alright, let's keep talking then. There's so much blank space. Come on, let's talk about science.
Nate,
Science.
you're annoying.
Science.
Nate, you're annoying me. Let's talk about the science of that.
Alright, let's talk about the science of being annoyed. How does it happen? What happens in the brain?
Basically this.
Yeah, someone needs to talk to David Attenborough. So the first thing, I don't know, what does David Attenborough sound like actually? I've never actually seen him talk before. I heard him talk. Seen him talk before? I
Dave-
don't think
Who?
Seen it?
What?
David Attenborough. How
Never
do you
heard
not
of
know
him.
what
Yeah.
David Attenborough sounds like?
No,
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, Nate,
He's
say
the
it
he's the
again?
guy. He's the average guy. The stereotypical guy that does like. Here we have the lion. Here is
Oh, that
hunting for
guy.
prey.
Oh, that. It's made
Ah.
of chickens.
His
The
diet
baboon.
consists
Natural
of
habitat.
penis and
Killing
vagina. For this
wild
lion
you-
is
If you kill
bisexual.
it, you get free chicken. Or don't kill it. Fucking eggs come
Here
on
we have the
asses.
wild nate in its natural habitat, looking at anime titties.
For God's sake.
Oh,
This
you
is
know
why
what
you're
we
not a
can talk about?
podcaster.
Right there, right
You know
there.
what we can talk
There's a
about?
knife.
I have a question.
Yes.
hmm
The evil scientist paradox.
Never heard
What
of
do you
it.
mean
What
the
is it?
paradox?
So, and a paradox. Hold on, I'm going to look up the exact definition because. Oh wait, hey Google, define paradox.
Wait, why do you need to find a paradox?
We already know what a paradox is.
When
Yeah, we know what a
investigated or
paradox is.
explained may prove to be well-founded or true.
Huh. Sorry,
What
I
does
didn't
that
know the
mean?
exact thing. Basically,
Paradox is.
a paradox is. I don't know how to
We know what a
explain.
paradox is.
We
Grim.
know what it is.
I don't.
Nate doesn't.
Oh,
That's
come
what I'm trying to
on.
explain. It's self-contradictory. So I'll give you an example. The evil
Okay.
scientist paradox.
Actually,
Same evil scientist.
Actually, wait, no. Get the grandfather paradox. It's a better example.
Nate,
This
you
is
heard
the
of
same thing, only different.
Oh.
Wow. Paradox. Anyway. So basically, an evil scientist builds a time machine. Okay, I can't deal with that.
Kenobi,
echo.
can you use push to talk, please? We can hear ourselves. Thank you.
There
Okay.
you go.
An evil scientist builds a time machine. He then uses that time machine to go back in time and kill himself before he builds a time machine.
But
How does he go back in time to kill himself before he builds the time machine if he has to go use the time machine to go back and kill himself? And this is what's known as a solvable paradox.
Yep. And then you got unsolvable paradoxes, which is the grandfather paradox, and that's a whole new level.
That could still be like it's solved the same way. It creates an alternate timeline.
If you kill the dad of your dad, how the fuck are you born?
It's the same way as this one. You're in a different timeline. It branches off like a tree. You just selected a different tree and changed the branch.
Oh boy, what's the next multiple? What's the next multiple dimensions?
Actually, that I'm not going to get into.
Dimensions.
I mean, it could be possible, but not infinite dimensions. I mean, fucking hell, how big is the universe then?
Well, dimensions are different from the universe. They have their own universe. So it wouldn't matter how big the universe is. One dimension could have a universe that's smaller than the rest. Or it could be further along in its cycle, so it's actually going inward indefinitely.
Basically, what I'm going at is like, if you have infinite universes, bruh.
And
What do you
in
mean?
one of those universes, they'll not send a scout.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm just kidding.
And in one of those universes, Grimhof is a Nazi instead of a smartass.
Actually, that's true.
And in one of those universes, Burner's sister actually looked at him.
I'm confused.
I mean, to be fair, I would not mind. There, I said it.
Oh.
There, fuck y'all. I'm countering your asses. Anyway.
But yeah, the paradox of the evil scientist is basically goes back in time and kills himself before he goes back in time. It's similar to like the butterfly effect. Do you know what that is, Nate?
Yeah, I know that from Life is Strange.
You know that one.
Yeah,
For
because of
people who
Life
don't
is
know
Strange.
what that is, if you went back in time and accidentally stepped on a butterfly, that butterfly could have went on causing another event, which over a series of other events could have caused like the Nazis to lose the war.
Okay. Maybe
The
not
Nazis
that. but
lost the war.
Maybe not that. Maybe not that.
Well, yeah, possibly. It's just that it's a bit
Okay.
far.
Okay, no,
Which
hold on.
means-
The actual meaning for the butterfly effect is like when the butterfly flaps its wings, it becomes a typhoon at the other side of the
Yeah.
planet.
Oh, speaking of planet, who here knows but the Harry Ball theorem?
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it's when you don't shave your balls, it
No,
it
go
causes-
ahead.
This is
problems.
substantially proof that something has to happen once in that time at that certain time on the planet, and also that scientists can also come up with funny names. But it's basically, say if you had a ball covered in hair and you try to comb it all flat in the same direction, at one
Actually, I
point
got-
it'll have to
actually, I got
stick
two
up.
votes. Hold on.
Yeah. Well,
So basically it's saying it can never be clear weather on the entire planet. There also has to be one spot with stormy weather. You can't have sun. There always
What do you
also has
mean?
to be dark. Basically, the entire Earth cannot have just a clear sunny day with
Yeah, it
no
can.
wind. No.
Name.
There has to
oh,
be
with no
some
wind.
point.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, obviously
No.
that's wind.
You can't have
Not
100%.
even that. Not
You
even
can't
that.
have a clear sky in the entire planet. There has to be one spot where it's not clear.
Why? What law says
Because
that?
The hairy ball theorem.
okay, hold on. Let me look
Yeah,
this
but
shit up.
clouds
let me look
aren't
this shit.
hairs that point downwards.
It's the weather, Nave. It chooses at its will. It doesn't have.
Yeah,
a
but surely,
fucking
like, if you found a way, because like, usually
No,
when it's
it
hot,
do-
the clouds like melt away, right? What if global warming happened? Are you saying that there's still going to be if the fucking Earth turned into a
Dave.
ball of lava? Are you saying there's still going to be clouds that haven't melted away?
Nays, that's not clouds don't clouds
That's
don't
not
melt
how-
away. The reason why
that's
clouds
not how
exist
clouds
is
work.
because of heat. The clouds are just water.
Right. Well, why don't they evaporate then?
They do evaporate. They just evaporate.
Oh my god, Nave! I learned this shit in second fucking grade.
I probably did too, but I've forgotten it.
Nate, when water when the sun
When water evaporates, it collects in the air and turns into a cloud. That cloud can turn, well, not
Right.
necessarily gray, but it can end up in a colder. Is that how it works? It goes to a cold section and rains.
So what
Is
if the
that how it
world
works?
Okay,
froze
listen to
then?
this.
yeah,
Listen to
there's-
this. Okay. Basically, if there's an atmosphere in the planet and there's wind, it would state that at one spot on the entire planet there must be a cyclone, no matter how small, no matter how big. There must be at least one. There cannot be none.
So right
It's
now.
basically the air
Hold on.
movement on a globe, or apparently a donut. I
Right.
didn't know that.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
Hold on.
what?
Let me get.
Right,
I
okay.
get air
me get-
movement.
Let me get the weather pattern.
It's
for
also the
so-
reason why we have two poles on the planet. I'll show you an image.
Let me get the weather pattern so Grim can actually get like a more detailed explanation of this.
The poles in the planet represents the spots on the ball where the hair has to stick up, because the hair is all going in one direction. Up at the top and the bottom, there has to be points where it sticks up. You can't put it in the same direction. So
There we go. There we go.
if there's
Perfect.
calm air everywhere on the planet, there has to be a cyclone. If there's a cyclone everywhere on the planet, there has to be a spot where it's calm. It has to balance itself out. There is no way it cannot. Including a donut, which makes no sense. I think the donut's the calm point.
Since we're already on this topic, I'm also gonna add this in the
Yeah,
chat. So
On a donut, it can be calm. So if we lived on a giant donut, we'd be okay.
I'd be okay. That
Or
would be
not
great. I'd love
okay,
to.
because we could be 100% not
We could
I'm
okay.
eat
just gonna
our own
put that in
planet.
as well. Just gonna
You
put
heard
that
it.
in as well.
You heard it
Now that
here.
would be
You heard
cool.
it here, folks. The Earth is a donut, according to this Harry Ball theorem or whatever that is called.
No. Never mind. Do you understand me?
Oh my
Just
God,
about,
Grim.
yes.
Angus says
I've learned
Grim
something
is like a
today.
fat Earth
I
guy.
sound like a flat earth guy. Okay, I have something to say about the flat earth people.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Here
Here
we
we
go.
go. Let's go, bud.
Okay. I can accept the earth is flat. People thought that for years and years. But saying the other planets are not just fucks with the entire equation.
Like that is something I
Didn't you
didn't.
see the
Like,
tweet
do you
today?
you mean to
That-
tell me? You mean to tell me somebody put a picture in space and say, "Oh, it's flat"?
And by the way, the Harry Ball theorem disproves that shit. Unless you're talking about the fact that if there's calm winds on the entire planet, on the edges of the seams, there's hurricanes.
Grim, you don't really need this complicated Harry Ball theorem to prove that the Earth is flat. You just need to look at the horizon.
That just sounds like a
Pretty much.
motivational post.
Actually, yeah. There's
You don't
another,
need to believe.
there's another proof.
You
There's
Yeah.
there.
You
Guys,
realize the Earth
You
is
don't
flat.
need to overcomplicate things to believe. You just need to
Guys,
look at the
guys,
horizon.
There's the
So-
other proof why the Earth is not flat. There is a horizon. If
So
there
in
was
the
no
UK
horizon,
Yeah,
So
exactly.
in the
if there
UK,
was,
there's
hold
a-
on, Nate. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold
go
on.
on.
If there was no horizon, we could see New York from here.
In the UK,
Exactly.
right? There's a TV show called This Morning, and they usually bring on stupid shit.
Oh,
And
I know.
recently they brought on flat earthers, and they said
Yeah.
that we went to us two went to two different places, a few kilometers away. I think they said I don't know if it was a few or a few hundred. I think it was just a few. They said we went to a place that's a few kilometers away, and we shone a laser, and we received it on the other end. Therefore, it can't be flat because it would be pointing upwards. I mean, it's got to be flat because otherwise it'd be pointing
Wait,
upwards.
who's that? Who said that? Was it the people who?
The people that went on this morning, they said so. One person
did.
shone a laser, and the other person stood and received the laser somehow, and they're saying that it would be a flat plane because that's how they got the laser. Whereas if it was, if there were somewhere
around the
else,
curvature of the globe.
it wouldn't curve around.
They clearly did
That's
not
what
do
they're
that.
saying.
They clearly did not do that experiment because people have actually done that experiment before, and they have found that the laser is actually higher than the person standing. There was an experiment I saw where there was a really long lake, and these few people went on a boat, and the other person on the other side of the shore had a laser that was 5 feet high, and they shone it at the boat, and there was like a one point where they were, I think it was 2 miles back, and no, it wasn't 2 miles. I can't remember how far it is, but it went up to like 20 feet. So clearly, do the full experiment, they're fucking faking it, and that's all they fucking do. The flat Earth's just fake experiments.
They're flat-headed.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is one thing I would choose to look into. Why do people think that the Earth is flat?
People think the Earth is flat is just basically simply because the government tells you, and people don't like being told what to do. That's essentially what it is.
And,
I remember
watching-
and fun fact about your childhood shit that they teach you about Columbus. Back then, people
I was
already
never
knew it
taught about Columbus.
No, I've
Okay,
never heard of this.
but point B, yeah, you know the story about he wanted to explore the Earth because he thought it was round and everybody else thought it was flat.
No,
Yeah.
that's not true. He just wanted to get.
That's where I'm getting at.
Hey, no arguing in my podcast.
No, but
I was gonna
basically,
say something
what
about
I'm
it,
saying, what I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying is that's first of all false. Everybody actually, well, most people. I'm not going to give names, but most people actually already knew it was round to begin with.
Actually,
So-
it's not technically round, but continue.
They knew it was flat since the ancient Greeks, like on.
Maybe the Earth was flat, and when people
No.
realized it was round, it became round. I'm just kidding.
Even back in ancient Greece, they knew it was round.
Yeah, I literally just said that, but
Okay, so
Wait,
I watched this video about someone that's trying to prove that the Earth is flat, right? And so they played this clip of inside the International Space Station where they've got these windows and they're looking down at the Earth. And so they're saying, "Oh, this video is fake." How? Because the windows aren't actually windows. They're screens, and it's an IMAX cinema system. That's
Is
what
he-
they literally
oh my
said.
fucking god.
That'd be awesome watching
know
Netflix
what I
up
mean?
in space.
What's worse than that? No, worse than that. I
It
saw a
would be kinda
video
cool.
once where someone thought that the Earth was flat. Like there was he pulled up a picture on the internet of it was like focusing on North America, right? And he said, "Oh, this photo is obviously fake because oh look, I can see the word sex in the clouds," and that was his only reason why he thought
Oh,
that.
what in the Lion King? You mean?
I think so. Wait, no, not the Lion King. No, I mean like some dude was saying that a photo of the Earth was fake because he said that he could see the word sex within the clouds and that they were trying to
If that was true, then that word spanned thousands of kilometers.
I said Lion King because there was a Disney Illuminati theory that
Oh God!
apparently in
Yeah,
one
I
of
don't
the
see the E in there.
apparently
I
in
see
one
the-
frame in the Lion
The
King
only
there's a shot where you can see the stars
fin that
like
I
make
ever
this sign of sex.
the only fin that I ever believe is the Pixar theory. That's the only fin I believe.
What they
Pixar
all
theory is
exist in the same
actually-
timeline. Or
Yeah, actually,
planet.
yeah. To be fair, the Pixar theory is the only theory related to Disney and Pixar that actually makes sense.
It's like the fucking Avengers, but Pixar style. Like
Yep, pretty
Okay.
much.
Infinity
The
War.
next topic.
Go for it.
Did you guys hear that like they can stop light in a crystal?
Oh yes. Do tell.
oh
do
yeah.
tell about it.
Well, like
Tell about it.
they were going to do that eventually because they could always slow light down. I mean, light's not always a constant.
Grim, just educate him now.
What? There's two types of light, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Just get on with it.
Almost what?
Well, I mean, you were talking about the crystals.
Oh.
Just tell the fucking Finn.
Okay. So they use two lasers. One is a laser with information on it that they want to freeze, and the other is a laser that they shoot into the crystal right next to where the first laser hits. And I forget exactly what the crystal is, but it was something, and it was coated with something else inside something that freezes it to like -200 and Which I thought they brought down. Negative 174.
Damn.
Anyway,
Is it Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius.
Right.
They
No,
use a
absolutely.
process where, you know how there's resonant frequency of sound, where if you use
Yeah.
the resonant frequency on an object,
Yeah,
it'll basically-
it'll vibrate at the same frequency. Well, it'll if something has the same fundamental frequency as the source, they will vibrate more violently. Yeah, I know that.
okay. They do it with light. They do the resonant frequency of light.
Yeah, because light's a wave. Yeah, everyone knows that. Go on.
So the difference between the resonant frequency, I'm echoing again.
You're breathing into your mic as well. You're supposed to talk.
I need a better mic. Go on,
You're supposed to talk in the meantime.
Grim.
Oh wait, you just push to talk in the meantime.
Just go. Go on.
Okay. So when the laser hits, the difference between resonant frequency of sound and light is light has a dead zone. So if you use right next to that dead zone and try to get it to that frequency, you can push it into the dead zone. When it's in the dead zone, something like this transparent crystal, if it's at in a quantum state, which is you need to freeze it in order to do that, it will actually become opaque instead of transparent.
Oh, is it like those windows that like freeze up and like kind of like turn cloudy when like something goes through or something?
No, that's a transition line. That's a
Well, like how
reaction with sunlight.
when a window freezes on Windows 10, it like lights up and it hurts your eyes.
No.
No, Nate.
Anyways,
Sorry.
when it becomes opaque, the laser that's shooting through the crystal stays in its position. The only reason they can't get it to stay in there long because it breaks down and goes like that. But they put in the crystal, then they waited
Grim, you're lagging out like crazy.
the crystal by stopping
Yeah.
the laser, and it came out with the same information on it.
Grim, you were lagging like throughout that.
Me?
Yes.
I think I get it though. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. They were able to stop light for even a fraction of a second. That's pretty cool. Wait, how long did they stop it for?
60 seconds, I think.
Oh, that's fucking class. That's actually really nice. That's really interesting.
And they only knew that from infrared cameras.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Let's check it. No! Opens up, like, makes the crystal transparent and it shoots out. God damn it, Billy. But they're thinking of using that in combination with the quantum entanglement to create a computer that uses light for information.
Oh yeah, I read something about like the future of using of computer storage is DNA.
Well, when you use light when you use the speed of light on computer technology, instead of doing quantum entanglement on a computer, instead of doing a 1 or a 0, it can be both at the same time.
Mm.
So basically, to put that into perspective, instead of your computer slowing down when you look up thousands of different things at the same time, it won't. It'll stay the same.
Yeah, well, we're already using light for information, so like it doesn't seem too far off now, does it?
Yeah, all you need to do is figure out how to stop it from degrading in the crystal or keep it in constant movement so it doesn't.
So they've kind of worked out. You just have to make it move constantly.
Like the little in Minecraft that when you make a chain reaction with the redstone, it goes in a circle like a clock. That's basically what they have to do with the light to keep it alive.
Wait, so
And
this is
using
like-
this process, they've actually discovered a new form of light, which I think goes in a helical pattern.
A new form of light.
It's interesting. When was this? When did this happen?
Long ago.
Remember when they were doing the quantum entanglement stuff with basically shooting across the planet to see how far they could shoot it?
No, when was this?
Probably like 4 years ago. I don't know. I have no concept
All
of
right.
time.
No surprises.
All right, go on. That's really interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
It's actually quite cool.
Something else with the quantum.
So like we could make quantum computers with, well, not really quantum computers, but like super duper fast computers with this. I could actually.
Well, we already have quantum computers. NASA's
Yeah.
putting one in their space station, which I think is a horrible idea because Skynet will become a thing.
Yep.
But
Okay,
it would
to be
be
brutally honest, I know that the Terminator, Skynet's Terminator, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Even if they like get do Skynet or whatever, they're going to have every single possible situation that happens, and they're going to have safety precautions. They're not just going to go, holy shit, we just made a super duper AI. We're just going to throw it out into the world without any testing. They're going to test the fuck out of this because they know that it's possibly going to have its own mind. So they're going to make sure that it doesn't.
Well,
Like
did you hear the
there's-
Facebook incident?
What, you mean Cambridge Analytica?
Well, Facebook made
The,
two
the
chatbot
AI
AIs that learned from each
chatbot
other by
AIs.
talking.
Oh yeah, that
And
thing. Yeah.
then they started developing their own language, and they had to shut them off before they're apparently trying to plan to escape, which I think is quite sad.
Wait, whoa, they made their own language. How did they translate that language?
They did.
They couldn't.
They only
That's-
could translate a
that's
few
shut
things
off.
of the beginner language,
They
which
shut it
was
off.
then evolved.
Yeah, but you said you're mentioning like they tried to escape. How the fuck did they know they tried to escape?
Well, that was in one of their first attempts to make their language. They had multiple attempts, and they created the ultimate language we could not understand.
They
And
only,
that-
they only
if-
assumed. They didn't know that they were trying to escape.
If they got out, that would have been the end of humanity.
No.
They
Well,
would have noticed, dear God, these
well, I
people
mean-
shoot themselves. Why
well,
would
I
they do?
mean-
They
I
eat
mean,
Tide
yeah.
Pods.
Well, I mean, Grim, it would be the end of Facebook, but not humanity. I mean, shit, Facebook is not that famous.
Yes, it is. Facebook is bad.
Okay,
Facebook is
okay,
very
okay. You know, okay,
Did
you
you
know,
not hear
you
what
know,
happened with Cambridge
Cambridge
Analytica?
you know what? You know, let's change up the subject a little bit. What if it was on Twitter, Nate? What would you think then?
I don't know. I
Tweet,
was zoned
tweet,
out until I
a
heard
tweet.
Facebook isn't bad.
Tweet,
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 I'm a
I'm a
tweet.
cheat. The tweet, I'm a tweet.
Twitter is great.
Twitter's better than
Twitter.
Facebook.
Twitter's AI. Skynet has been born.
Anyways, with the quantum entanglement, if they used it for communication system and a video camera, so we can see the Mars rover and control it in actual time.
That would
with-
be the greatest thing ever, but also the
That's-
stupidest decision
No,
someone's
but
ever.
think about it. You would be
Let-
moving it. It would be moving before you move it.
Okay, let's let the
Because the
human
time
race
difference.
control a like a robot on the surface of another planet. We're totally not going to just draw a dick on Mars.
I
So
would.
if you could control it
I mean-
instantaneously and view it moving instantaneously, it would be
Yeah.
moving 4 minutes before you move it,
What? Yeah,
averagely.
but people are just gonna if you
No, but
think
think about
you
it.
want to
It's
draw
a
a dick
solvable
before
paradox.
you actually think you want to draw a dick, it's going to know you want to draw a dick before you know you want to draw a dick.
They already
It's
drawn
just
it.
going to draw a dick on Mars.
They've already done that.
Okay, hold on. Let me just, like, you know, of all the things you could turn into quantum technology, you decided to take a rover.
No, think about it. Okay. The rover currently has an issue where they have basically a screen and it has a 3D model of the rover on it, and they can click on the screen where they want it to move. And then after the 4 minutes for the time it takes to send the information, it moves. Then another 4 minutes, it comes back and tells them where it moved to after it moved. And basically you just wasted like 10 minutes there by the time it gets to that destination. So if they could do it instantaneously, not only would it help research, but it brings up a solvable paradox, because due to the fact that light would take 4 minutes to reach the planet, it would technically be moving 4 minutes off of your time. So it would be moving before you move it. Because if you were moving it left, it would move left 4 minutes before you moved it left.
No,
If,
hold
if,
on.
if the light reaches there in 4 minutes, is it not moving faster than the speed of light? Because the speed of light takes 32 minutes. It takes 32 minutes to get to Mars, does it not?
20,
No, it takes 8 minutes to get to the sun. So depending on the position of Mars, where the only time they can actually...
you talk about light. Yeah, that's way less. Light's
So,
like maybe
and this is
15
quantum
minutes.
entanglement. It goes fast. It's basically instantaneous. So it doesn't use the speed of light. But if we had, like, anything past the speed of light, if you're viewing it in a distance space, you're technically changing what time it is, because you're going back in time, because it shouldn't take you that long to get there.
I love
Here's the
how you make. I love how you make
It's sort of
something
like the example of if
Like,
we're trying to look out into space for alien civilizations, we're viewing
like I
like
love how you
10
make-
million years in the past.
Yeah.
I love how you make
If
this.
we
I don't
If
think
we,
it sounds so complicated, even though this should not be.
But it's not complicated. It's a solvable paradox. The answer is, of course, it'll move when you move it.
Yeah, but you're talking about... Oh, never mind.
But-
never mind.
Grim,
What?
if you use if we invent a warp drive, right, and we say we warp to Alpha Centauri, like I can't remember how many light years away it is. I think it's 4 light years.
The Alpha Centauri is 4.5, I think.
4 or 5 light years. When we reach that destination, is the time relative to us, or do we actually say if it's relative to us, do we go to Alpha Centauri and it's actually 4 years behind us over there, or is it still the same time?
From the
space?
perspective of Earth, if you were to view it from Earth with a normal telescope, it is 4 years behind. If you were to go, it is actually technically at the same time, because time is something we've created.
So basically, time as we know it is already a paradox on its own.
Yeah, so if you go to Alpha Centauri, so technically you're 4 years back in time.
Yes, if people were to look at Alpha Centauri while you were there, right after you got there, they wouldn't see you there for 4 years from Earth.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that, Grim. I'm just gonna say.
Hey guys, you could see. Oh my God, you
Alright,
could
Grim.
see yourself and wave at yourself.
No, I mean
If
no.
you went there and
Wait,
waved,
hold on.
and then you went back, you could wait 4.367 years and then wave back at yourself.
Okay,
Oh my
hold on,
God, I'm
okay,
going to
hold
do
on,
this.
hold
If you were able to travel like instantly like that, I mean, you're basically moving space, so time has to be distorted as well. But how?
Yeah, it's sort of like, have you ever watched a video where they explain quantum tunneling?
I think I have, but I can't remember.
Oh,
Basically, they inflate a
wait,
condom on the
guys,
video,
guys.
and they draw a spaceship on one part of the condom, and then they squeeze the
Guys.
other part, and it changes the position
nice.
on the condom it is.
Guys. No,
You're
this is
just talking over me now. It's
this-
kind of rude.
Yeah, okay, fine,
If you-
finish it.
No, I am done. It's just everybody just heard.
But no, basically, Angus actually got a really good one. In
Don't
theory, if
care.
we're able to create a travel faster than light, you could travel to the edge of the universe and watch it be created.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the edge of the universe. Well, yeah, that's right, but yeah.
Well, you need a
It's
big
not
enough power source.
technically being created. It's kind of more or less
It
just
wouldn't.
how we
Yeah,
observe it.
it wouldn't exactly be created. It's more like a
To
lot
us,
of mass.
From what we currently know, is it's forever expanding. We don't know what speed, whatever, but it's forever expanding. That's what we know of. And sooner or later, it will implode, going the opposite direction, making nothing.
Why?
I don't know. But
There'll be
the cool
a-
fact is, it's in the Bare Naked Ladies song.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Here, I wonder is like if people who say that, oh, we're the center of the universe, are technically really right. Because I mean, the light that we see the edge of the universe is kind of relative to where we are.
We're
way
the
that-
center of our perceivable universe, you mean?
Exactly, yeah. We're the center.
Like technically, you could pick any star in the universe and call it the center.
We're the most self-absorbed thing.
Yeah.
We're the center of our own universe. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's like saying, I'm the center of my own vision. Yes, because you're seeing everything.
but no, like,
Right. Here's a question. I'm just
I
going to
mean-
say about the vision thing.
I
Is
mean,
it?
to be fair,
It
sorry,
could be true that none of this actually exists. It could be just perceived by your mind.
Yeah, that's
And
a
it could be
theory.
Mm,
Well, no, hold on now. You don't know that it does exist. You think it might exist, but who knows?
Well, you don't know anything. If you go that deep, you know nothing.
Your brain could be just
Jon
thinking.
Snow.
Your brain could be just thinking that it's real. Like your brain could be like if you, like it could just perceive that you have a hand, or perceives that you have a foot, or perceives whatever. Perceives
if that's the case, it still has to come from somewhere.
No,
your consciousness.
that's
your
just
brain.
you thinking. It's
Yeah, but
coming.
your consciousness still needs to create all of that. Where the hell does that come from?
We don't know. That's the thing.
I mean, okay, seriously, okay, no offense to religious people, but don't even start about gods because
Is
I will-
consciousness is
call
consciousness
straight bullshit
just
on
the
that one.
neurological reactions between the stuff in between the chemicals in your brain? Is that what, or is it like like, how can something how can you just control something with your mind? It's like that's just like you're when you're
That's because your
moving your
brain's
head.
connected with your body.
Well,
Yeah.
I think of it similar to the way where they put on a temporary tattoo that was electrical circuits onto somebody's head, and then they were able to control a quadcopter like controlling a limb. I think of it like that.
That's
Your brain
really fucking
evolves
cool.
to the point where it accepts, it sort of evolves to the point where it needs to do something and it does it. So, yeah, your theory
Very
could
much.
work.
Very much. I mean,
If
the
you don't
body-
know how to comprehend something, your brain will then
I mean,
comprehend it.
I mean, the body thing, like, how can we control ourselves so easily? Well, I mean, the same way that we created, like, robots and all that. How can robots function? Because we gave them a...
Duracell. Trust me.
Well, I mean, technically, we gave them a battery, which is basically their brain, and from there they can just, get all the power they need. And the functions,
But then,
and
see, but then
the
there's
functions,
thing
the functions on there are on a dashboard. God knows where. I don't know how robots are built these days, so don't even ask me.
when you lose your consciousness, right? But like when you die or whatever, that has to go somewhere. It can't just disappear. That can't happen. Like that's actually a law of the universe, but that just can't happen.
Well, I mean, if black holes are a thing, then
Well,
I don't know.
If you think of your consciousness, because in general sense, if you get knocked out or something, you lose consciousness. And basically it's your electrical impulses in your brain stopping in a certain spot.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
basically that's all created using energy from stuff you eat, blah, blah. When you die, that electrical impulses just go somewhere else and change from electricity to it's instead of it being something that needs to be changed, like it has to go somewheres, it's the somewhere something else went.
Yeah,
If that makes
where
any
that-
sense.
We don't know where it went. That's the thing.
But it is where it went. The impulses itself is where it went. It's something else that's becoming your electrical impulses.
I mean,
It's
to
the
be fair-
it's the
to be fair,
byproduct.
I mean, to be fair, the only reason we call it KO is because visually you don't really remember anything.
So when you die, instead of it becoming the byproduct, something else, decomposition becomes a byproduct because
then
it's not
what's
getting
that?
the energy to create the impulses anymore from your body. So it doesn't. It's sort of like a reaction. It no longer occurs because another reaction is superseding it.
But here's another thing as well. Like when you die, you won't be able to remember any. Like if this is like the more scientific theory, it's going to be
Oh,
like
you mean like the memory still preserved somehow or something
no,
like that?
before you were born, right? Before you were born, you were not. You just didn't exist, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like roles
Okay.
before that? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
technically,
In fact, this is my greatest fear.
I mean,
How the hell did something become a fully fledged like a complete consciousness? Like how did something come out of that? And where did this go?
biology.
Biology, yeah. But like when you die, scientific world thinks that it's like when you before you were born. But how the fuck do you like if you like
How do you comprehend it?
yeah, how do you come? No, not like that. I mean, like when you die, there's just going to be nothing. Then how the hell are you conscious now? Like it's kind of weird to think.
But
It's a reaction.
it's a reaction, yeah.
So basically, this is the funny thing. Your entire memories, all your consciousness, everything you think and do, isn't the thing, like it isn't you. It's the reaction of you.
I know it's so weird.
So basically touching
okay,
something,
okay,
feeling something, like feeling your
basically-
table. It's not feeling the table.
Okay,
It's the
basically-
reaction of touching it. So it's
Okay,
not
basically, your brain is kin. That's all I'm gonna say.
What? You're making it more confusing for me. But so your consciousness is a reaction of you being alive.
And this is not confusing.
So when you're not alive, that reaction stops. It's sort of like people think consciousness is the main part of you that makes you who you are. It's the byproduct of you which makes you who you are, which is kind of weird to think about.
Yeah, but what's the thing that
Right,
like, makes
right.
you-
I make it more complicated for you, and this
You're
is not
talking over
complicated.
Obi.
Yeah, I know.
What if consciousness is just your brain perceiving consciousness?
Well, that it's still the same. It'd still be a byproduct of
Yeah.
your
This is getting
reactions
really
in your
deep.
brain.
We're getting
What,
really
Nate?
deep, yeah.
This is getting really deep.
Yeah.
That's science, Nave.
Yes, I know. I
People
expected
think about
this.
this. People like debate this every day.
Okay. Now this is okay.
Yeah.
I'm already aware of this, but Grim, explain to me how touching works.
Okay. So when you touch, it activates nerves in your bodies, which send a signal to your brain, right?
Exactly how big.
No. I'm talking about matter level touching.
Well, you
You
technically
aren't
don't
supposed-
actually touch it, but still. Yeah.
There we go.
If you were to be able to actually touch the
Yeah,
object,
the
your
matters
hand
with
would
the
just
matter.
go right through it.
It
Your
would-
hand
it
would
would-
just go right through it because
Yep.
as Rutherford found, the atom of a material or whatever is literally about 90% just empty space. Not even 90%, more than that. It's just empty space, most of it, because when he proved by shooting alpha particles, which were basically helium atoms, at a thin sheet of gold, and most of them just passed through. And so, like, if yours was like that, and there was no like force behind it, your hand would just go right through the material.
That's
mean,
why theoretically in quantum physics you should be able to run through a door
Exactly.
without breaking it.
What pushes us back is that in those nuclei, there's protons and neutrons. Yeah, baby, protons and neutrons. Those protons, every nucleus is positively charged, right? Because the inside the nucleus is a proton and a neutron. Proton is positive, neutron is neutral. There's no negative or neutral atom.
That's why you should
just
always have a positive outlook on life.
So when you push your hand on something, that's literally just the two yeah, I know the electrons orbiting them, but this doesn't really matter in the terms of like the whatever. And you push down, those really are just the nuclei pushing back on each other because they're both positively charged. And as we all know, positive stuff does not like each other.
It's sort of like having two large magnets and trying to push two positives together. Okay, it's that weird bubble effect.
You can smash two protons together. But
Can you get something bad?
You need a really
Hadron Collider.
really high speed system.
Hadron Collider.
Can we just make the whole podcast Kenobi saying really?
If that was the case, Nate, you should have started like 40 minutes ago.
But yeah, I like the topic of like everything you're seeing and doing and everything is all not technically, it's like not there, but is.
I mean, the most famous.
It's like saying, what color is that? Brown. Well, what's your brown look like?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Colors is just perceived.
Okay,
what's
actually,
what's on the
speaking of which,
outside observer, like light is just what you see, but what's on the outside? Is it white? Can't be white because white is not. White is it black?
Because the mantis shrimp can see a lot more things than we can.
Yeah.
It has more receptors in its eyes. So what does everything all merged together really look like?
Yeah, exactly.
How
What
about
does
it sound
everything sound like? Well, is it just black then? Because if you just take light away, it's just black. But I think that's what it would be. Yeah.
Well, for that to happen, you need to get rid of light as well. And that, I mean, light affects particles as well.
Maybe just put a cockroach can survive a nuclear blast.
Oh boy, no, let's not go over that.
Actually, to be honest, a ladybug can survive better than a cockroach. Myth busted. Sorry, I watched that episode recently.
Oh boy.
It was a ladybug.
What was I gonna say? Okay, this topic, I'm not gonna say whether or not this could all just be like a virtual reality or that, Matrix shit, but I'm just gonna ask the question: would it even be possible to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, not just say like yeah or no, but actually go into detail. What would we need to do this shit?
We would need a greater understanding of the universe by like 100%. That's all we need. Because right now, at this moment, we can make like, it'd be basically like a virtual reality video game, but with extra senses attached, and you wouldn't know.
Pretty much. I mean, it could also be like
It's a boy. Hook him up.
I know it's a bad name, but like a Nerf gear of some kind, you know? That kind
Oh,
of stuff.
from like Sword Art Online.
Oh, actually, yeah, they use it in a Sword Art, I forgot. But you know, it's sort of like a Nerf system and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They're plugged into, and it can literally just mimic the nerves that you're supposed to feel.
Yeah, basically it'd work like that. You just basically have to sever their spinal cord so their body wouldn't flail around, and just hook it up to that instead. So your body would move in the virtual body, and it would think that's its body because that's all you've seen. If you were to get a glimpse of the supposed real world where you're lying in a chair, it will forever screw you up. You will never escape it. Unless you were told by like doctors that it wasn't real for your entire life while taking heavy meds.
Isn't science so crazy? It's just so...
I mean, that's science for you. It literally just goes all over the place. Like, we could literally just discuss something as simple as like a water drop, and the science on that would be insane.
The shape it's caused by it going through the air.
Yeah, see what I mean?
A water drop in space is round.
Water's actually really attracted to stuff.
Is
You just
You're
water
really
wet?
quiet.
The force of gravity is so like it pulls on it so much that you don't really see it. But water is attracted to stuff. If you ever watch some videos on up in the International Space Station where technically they're not weightless, but they're experiencing weightlessness, and the water actually is attracted to stuff. It doesn't just,
Microgravity.
exactly, yeah.
Oh wait, I can finally explain microgravity to Nate.
Go on.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, so do you know what zero gravity is?
Yes, obviously.
When you're around nothing that pulls you in at all, just nothing, you're just in space.
Yep.
Okay, microgravity. Wait, what?
No, gravity does not exist. Everywhere in the universe has gravity.
I know, but for a sense of terms, like I guess the galaxy, you could just zoom out that far. But microgravity, the example I'm going at with, like, say, with the space station, you're forever falling towards the planet, but you're also rotating around the planet at the exact same speed to keep it up. So basically, you're falling forever, which sort of like why when you're in those planes that dive down, you float. Sort of that process, but indefinitely.
For example, the ISS is basically a very good example of microgravity.
I was gonna say maybe satellites.
So you can always
like,
scream knowing that the ISS is falling towards Earth, but you could be okay with the fact that it's staying at the same height.
Nathan, what the acceleration due to gravity speed? 9.81 meters per second, yeah?
More, I think.
Well, that's just what it's just. That's like just the known term. Even up in the International Space Station, it's still like 8.6. I think it's 8.6, something around that. It's in the 8. Like that's nothing. That's only a ninth, and it's like how...
Oh, by the way, okay, I know I'm really fucking late with this, but that satellite, that station that crashed a month back, or like almost a month back, where the fuck did it even land?
Oh yeah,
Jay-
good point. Where did it land?
It landed outside of Hawaiian Islands or something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Jay said, "Isn't gravity the weakest of the fundamental forces?" That is correct. Gravity
Actually,
is...
gravity is a theory.
Yeah, gravity
Does
is not
gravity
even like
really
an actual
exist?
fact. It's
Ooh.
The opposing theory is that the Earth comes up to meet you every time.
Oh,
Yeah.
for God's sake, that can't be true.
That
How-
would
how-
make
how is
sense.
there-
That would not make sense.
I said it's an opposing theory. I didn't say it was the one everybody agrees with.
Oh, that's just the...
I don't agree with it
Yeah, but if nobody agrees with it, then how the hell is it an opposing theory?
because it's the only other one some idiot thought of. You know, when people first heard of it, you fall towards every single object of great mass. That sounds stupid.
There are only there are 4 fundamental forces of the universe. In order, our
Earth.
weakest,
Eh.
strongest. There's gravitational, weak energy, weak nuclear force, electromagnetism, and strong nuclear. Science way.
And we're almost out of time. So my final topic will be the fact that the school system doesn't contain all the states of matter in teaching.
Yeah.
Or the basics. I'm going to say
I-
basics because there's a lot.
I honestly
But-
could not care about that, but oh well.
The 3 states of matter they teach you in school are... Who wants to guess?
Gas, liquid, and solid.
Yes. What are the 5 basics?
I know one is plasma.
And the final one is Bose-Einstein condensates.
And
Okay, one more
Because
last thing. Let's talk
my-
about dank. Oh, sorry.
All right, just one more thing. The reason I wanted them to include it in school is because the cool fact that Bose-Einstein condensates at a molecular level look the exact same as plasma, even though they're the exact opposite temperature.
That is great.
Alright.
So it's like, wait, they're
Well, it's
cold?
basically simulating like fusion in a star. You know how it stretches the molecule.
Yeah.
It does the same when you supercool it.
Nice. Nice.
The
That's
exact.
Let us,
super cool.
all right, let us discuss a very, very famous matter, the dark matter.
Dank matter. Dark matter. I heard somewhere that apparently because the energy mass conservation is supposed to be the net like mass energy is supposed to be 0. There should be like, what was it? There's supposed to be half and half mass. No, half and half matter and antimatter, which then wouldn't make sense because they would all just annihilate each other.
Yep.
Question.
And also,
Wouldn't antimatter be in the spaces between the...
wouldn't
molecule?
antimatter be all gone, considering the fact that when a positive particle and a negative particle, or in an electron's case, negative and positron, whatever, when they hit each other, they create energy. They create, I know that an electron and a positron, they create gamma rays, I think. They create 2 gamma rays, and if that happens, then isn't all the dark matter just gone?
There would be negative matter
There would be
or
negative.
negative energy.
Negative matter is antimatter, is not the negative charge of matter.
Well, negative energy is no energy. It randomly shows up into space when there's barely anything around, and the less there is, the more there is of it.
Wait, negative matter.
Negative energy. Sorry, I was going to say.
Energy,
Negative
not matter.
I tell you,
But negative energy would be a positive or non-negative matter, or it wouldn't be an antimatter
cool.
because it's there, so it'd be a matter.
could
So
neutral,
wouldn't it disappearing become an antimatter?
could neutral matter technically a neutron could be a neutral matter because it does have mass,
Yeah.
and it also has no charge.
Could be.
Well, but it's still there, so it can't be antimatter. I'm
not
thinking
But then
the antimatter is surrounding everything, like you were saying how we don't technically touch things because there's 99% not there, and it's really just the electric charge separating it, sort of like a magnet, blah, blah, blah. Maybe everything in there is filled with antimatter.
But then how did Rutherford get the hydrogen atoms to go straight through gold?
Think of it like blasting solar radiation at the planet. If you hit it hard enough, it can push it out of the way. That's why it creates energy, because if you were to hit it, it would then push in the back, creating movement, which creates energy, because it would push into the ones next to it and so on.
Yeah.
Wow, I never
Right.
thought of it.
Right, one last
It's probably
thing.
not even really correct at all whatsoever, but I never
Alright.
thought of it.
One last thing before we just, call this off. Grim. There's this one chunk in our known galaxy. Well, known galaxy. It's called the Boötes Void.
Yeah, I know about this. I was actually thinking you were going.
Now, obviously, Nave has no experience on this shit. Explain why the Boötes Void, or the Empty Bovir, which is the other name, why this one's special.
There's literally nothing in it.
Literally.
Literally.
Well, I mean, there is something in it, but it's like compared to the rest, it's like nothing. Basically, imagine a black hole not being a black hole, and on a large fucking scale. That's what the Boötes Void is.
Sounds kind of simple.
Okay. Basically,
Apparently,
basically,
the
long story
void
short,
contains stuff too, by the way.
the void contains stuff. The problem being, compared to the rest of its, neighbors, I guess, quote unquote. For example, the rest of the galaxies around him, there's like a fuck ton of galaxies, like maybe like hundreds of thousands. Meanwhile, in the Boötes Void, 65.
I think it would probably be because of the whole, when the Big Bang happened and all the basics of the universe started flowing around, creating different paths.
Yeah.
Big Bang
It's
happened.
randomized, so it had to be certain spots where there'd be nothing. Sort of like the Harry ball. Oh my god, the Harry space theorem.
Here, I wanna say something. If the energy created by the Big Bang was pushed out, wouldn't all the initial energy, the most energy, happen at that point? What if that was actually the point of happening?
Wait, question. How could it be pushing out if it's the start of the universe and there was no such thing as out?
No, I mean like pushing
Oh,
away
my
from
head.
the point in which the Big Bang happened.
Wouldn't it be going in, but the out is going out?
So confusing. What?
Okay, so before the Big Bang, there was nothing. So when
Energy.
the Big Bang happens, there's no such thing as out because there's no universe. Out is a descriptive term of the direction in which you're going. So if there was nothing there and no up, down, left, right, out, in, which direction did it go in?
My head
I'll start
hurts.
It would sort of be like if you popped a balloon and the rubber of the balloon expanded and in slow motion you see the hole forming.
Oh, there's
The explosion itself would be the inside and the part going out would be the balloon. So nothing went out, but everything stayed in the exact same spot, just stretched. Does that make any sense? He's singing. I don't know. You know.
Anyway, Grim, I'll put it in the podcast chat as well.
Kenobi.
Like it looks normal in that picture, but then you have to realize most of those galaxies are up or down from the actual quote unquote center.
Hmm.
So they're basically, if you want to visit one of those galaxies, you need to travel countless light years.
Kenobi.
I'm listening. Go.
Okay. But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nothing. I don't know if this, I'm just trying to get, I don't know if this is right or wrong. I'm just thinking about it and asking if it's right or wrong.
It'd be cool if you could like come up with something and then ask a computer and think, and then it thinks if that makes sense. So
There
like
is,
a scientist.
But I do not have that money.
Oh. Okay, Google. Does this scientific theory even make any sense? No.
But it would be like everything in the universe, the explosion itself would be nothing going out and everything else staying in its same spot and stretching out.
Burner, why are you
Because the
sighing at
universe
what I
is
said?
expanding. It's not shooting
What
out.
was that?
It's expanding.
Why are you sighing at what I said? It's not stupid. It's a genuine idea.
No, I'm not sighing.
It sounded like you said you made a sigh.
No, I was breathing out like heavily.
And we'll end it there.
All right. Lovely. Do you want to do an outro, Grim?
Bye.